Hey! Welcome back to the Matchball Grid. How's everyone doing? It is March 5th, 2020, year of our Lord. How's everyone doing? Welcome. Yo, Chris, what's up? Mark on J, how you doing, dude? Jeremy, PogChamp. Yeah, PogChamp. Twitch culture. You meant to say that on Twitch. I don't think YouTube does PogChamp. Parallel, what's up? Evening, friends. Yo, how's it going? Welcome. How's everyone's week been? Hey, Maddie. Hi, and meow meow. Yo, what up, Maddie? Hey, Nanico. How's it going? How's everyone doing? I think the audio, the music should be over now. It's a Thursday night. We got some Netrunner to play tonight, huh? It doesn't. Jason, greeting from London. Been watching some of your old games. I do hope to see those again at some point. Like the recorded games, the video stuff. Yo, actually, so Benoit, who you might know if you watched or listened more accurately to some of the older games, he dropped by chat last week. And we were talking this week, be like, oh man, you remember those games we used to do? Like, this is old stuff now. This was like maybe almost 5 years ago. Like Benoit and a bunch of people from Randolph and we drove down to Ohio to Origins for US Nationals. It was US Nationals, right? Not North American. Yeah, US Nationals. We drove, it was like 12 hours in a van. And it was like such a good time. And I haven't done that in a long time. It was really good stuff. I miss it. And like looking back on it, it's kind of cool because that was the point in time where I hadn't, like, now I've worked in video in a professional level for a while, and like looking back at it, some of that stuff's actually embarrassing, which is exciting, but I still haven't had the time to go back and do new stuff of that quality. Back then also, it's worth noting, I was out of university and largely working freelance minimally, so my god, they took a lot of time. I'm used to being a YouTube peasant. Yo, John, how's it going? Hey, Netrunners, how you doing? It's been a sunny day. Now it's time for a sunny night, I hope. You know what? Deck list of the week is sunny, so I think that's why you did it. Jason, what's up? Can I watch you play sunny today? Yo, I'm excited you feel strongly about that. I find sunny decks to be a bit boring. They're a bit boring. They're very similar, aren't they? Get your drip economy down, and then eventually you can run cheaply. Audio sounds good. Doing good. Just watching while making dinner again. Enjoy your dinner. What do you got this week? Fun week. Flew across the country for a nationals. Fuck yeah. Where'd you go? Doing prep work in terms of lighting for a video game tournament that we are hosted for Montreal Jeux. What game? Of course, some cast reviews. Sweet animation too. Hey, thank you. Yeah, animations were fun. Oh man, it's so cool. Back then, like when cards come out and we think like, oh, well, I think what kind of animation we can make for this. Deck list of the week is a sunny deck. I've actually played this before, running parallel, saying, oh, this isn't a Gachapon sunny. Yeah, Gachapon's been pretty hot and sunny. I got a cool Gachapon story, I guess, to talk about after this, but Gachapon is cool and sunny because you can find your breakers. You have a 50 card deck, which is kind of a big deal. She has no flavor she has flavor text. She has no text ability. Sunny only gets 2 influence. For those who might not know, there are 3 mini factions for runners. One of them is Sunny's mini faction. And so there are some Sunny cards, but otherwise you have 25 influence to fill out a deck, which is a fair bit. And 2 link helps. It used to help a lot more with Underworld contacts. Right now we're just going to be abusing that a bit with Security Nexus. Mind you, also Power Tap doesn't exist anymore. What do we have new in this deck? Almost nothing. A bunch of old cards. I think 3 of DreamNet, which this is a good target for Gachapon. Gachapon lets you find your virtuals and sell them for cheap. Now 3 of seems like a lot. It's kind of an expensive card, but for the rest of the game, it's kind of like Desperado plus John Masanori. It's only first time a turn you make a run, and you can run clicklessly a lot of times with Jackson Clare, so it's definitely a good card. 3 of means you will find it early, and that's kind of the hope, so you can run. Usually Smash, FIFA, and Dragon Ball fighting game. Ah, it's not what I would have thought. Dunedin, New Zealand. Oh, you were there. Oh, shit. Dude, I saw the results. We're actually going to be playing a deck from that. Any ideas? Cooking for deck building tonight. I don't know if we're actually going to be doing straight deck building tonight. What's up, Tsutso? I want to play this Wayland deck that I saw from the New Zealand Nationals. We also had our G&K last weekend, and I played a fun deck from that. We might want to do a bit. But if there's ideas, strong ideas in chat of anything specifically we want to build, we could do it. Not really strong ideas tonight. Love the flavor for Sunny, one of my favorite runners. Yeah, she's great. She's cool. What I don't know. One thing that I've done a bit more than Sunny is a lot of people don't actually play too many of her unique cards. Now, this deck does play 3 security chip, and I've never classically liked this card. We used to have Dean Lister going around, and I think the big reason why 3-sec chip is in this deck, this is not unique, and this deck relies heavily on Amakua. I don't think besides this deck list itself, I've ever played a deck that has 3 Amakua, but not the other backup breakers. You do have a Sherman, which is valuable specifically against, I guess, against wraparound. We also don't have hunting grounds, so IP block is a bit annoying. We can always remove that tag clicklessly when it comes to, I think we have a single copy, yeah, Citadel Sanctuary. But otherwise, you know, AI hate could be legit. We will struggle. We have to start like security nexusing swordsman, but I guess security nexusing Anansi is also an issue anyways. This deck only has 1 white hat and no black hat. I love white hat as a card. I think it's really powerful, even as like pseudo multi-access for HQ, where you can strand agendas in HQ and then go find them. This deck only runs 1 of, and it is running the current Another Day, Another Paycheck, which I'm a big fan of. On that note, talking about Sunny, we thought Pat would be here for this week. Pat will be here next week. Pat, mind you, was the world's top Sunny a couple years ago. Needs Mark II? What needs Mark II? What's Mark II? Rob, what's up? But Shrike is the only good Sunny Breaker. Why are we not on it? I don't know. And actually, Shrike is really good right now. Tour Guide's a thing. I've been seeing Kumainu, a lot of sentries. Shrike is a sentry one, right? That one people actually used to splash sometimes out of faction just because dealing with all sentry subroutines is pretty efficient modernly. But we don't have it. I don't know. Write-up doesn't say? I don't think so. I think they just like Amakua. And Amakua kind of like fits in with the Jackson Clare run with, you know, DreamNet and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. Yo, what's up, Maui? How you doing? I should sleep. Have fun with Sunny and her running Linky, man. Thanks. Do you foresee Nisei doing anything with the mini factions? Almost definitely. I know specifically I've seen elements that they've made, like they have mini faction symbols that they've created. If you haven't, you probably realized at this point, Nisei has made their own versions of all the FFG like symbology, and they do have symbology for the 3 mini factions. I think actually you could see one of them. You could see Apex. They did have merch up on the Redbubble store, so you can see the Apex one there. So I have no doubt they're going to be printing cards for them. All right, let's try this. Sorry. Would it be interesting if there's more than one identity within the faction? That, I don't know. I think Sunny's faction is cool. And as soon as you print more cards for it, it actually like largely changes how effective they are, because that was kind of a downside is when they were printed, they only had, I think, like 8 cards in faction, and then they just kept getting really strong cards over time. I don't think Sunny actually got very good stuff, as opposed to like how Adam got so much better by getting another directive. Apex really hasn't been doing much, but Office Supplies is probably the most new Sunny card, if I'm not mistaken, and it's great. Yo, hey Giles, happy Friday for the future. Hope you're doing good. I got like a bit of a headache. I have this problem where like, so I have contact lenses and I also have glasses, but it's harder to get accurate prescriptions for contact lenses. So they're usually round. So my contact lenses are technically stronger than what I wear for glasses. And I went 2 days with contacts and I had glasses all today. And then like the whole day feels a bit foggy because you just don't see as good as you normally do. It's rough. I just put contacts in like 15 minutes ago. I'm hoping I'm gonna hold out. DreamNet isn't strictly in faction, but it's hard not to see it as a Sunny card. Yeah, there's always these arguments too about like these weird neutral 1 influence cards, and I know DreamNet's not exactly that, but like cards like, does this one still exist? Build script. People wondering like, why don't, this is a 1 influence card, why don't you just make it an Atom card, which I think is a cool idea considering the flavor. But yeah, stuff like that. Like I think out of faction cards, you could a lot of times make a mini faction cards, but who knows? Yeah, DreamNet being a Sunny card. Okay, I think so. Ooh, Acme. Acme's going to care about tags. It's going to care about ice. They're definitely going to have IP blocks, 3 of. So our Amakua strat gets a bit. Oof. Hey. The 2 link will help a fair bit considering NBN has a lot of traces on their ice. Our opening hand has our Sherman though, which is pretty good against that IP block. We do have the Gamble. We do have the Jack. We can do a lot worse than this. We have no drip, like no Rozekis, no folding, but I'm too low. Best of luck. Have fun. And we actually have extra link here with the Sports Hopper, which is, it's good considering we're gonna have to be tracing through some ice probably. This deck, Acme, I've not been that excited to play it recently. I've seen more people doing the Acme decks that have a lot of remote servers. I'm not that excited to play it modernly because UCF rotated, and UCF was the reason to play it. All right, so we're just gonna sit down and get our drip economy. They're not forcing us to interact. Sunny's generally gets, like, she scales really well into the late game. Or to the mid game specifically, you just need to get your Nexus out, and then we can face check pretty safely. Round down? Sorry? Yo, BK, what's up? We also don't know what kind of deck this is. Again, I imagine some assets are pretty good. We could face check here. We have 2 link. I don't know what's going to be bad if we access with the tag. Like, IP block is the annoying one, but then we just pay 1 credit, and they pay more than us. We can draw once for a gamble, I suppose. We can run this. Force them to res, hopefully. I don't think it can be that bad for us, and then throw another data folding. Yeah, Pachinko's fine. So this just ends the run. I never liked this ice. I think IP block is just strictly better, but I imagine they're running 3 IP block anyways. But this is just like pseudo Eli. They could jam here a Rashida, which would be kind of rough. We did run, so if we install data folding, we're kind of a bit weak to hard hitting news, but not too bad. But we do have 2 link. I think we can install this in credit. It's a bit slow. We also could get Jack down for like 1 credit and then start face checking clicklessly, which forces them to res. Ooh, ARE? What is this? Yeah, there you go, Ares. All right, we want our Citadel to remove that tag for free. But now we can start running. They're on 3 credits, and we're kind of good to go. This is not only installed cards, which is really annoying, but we also have a way to get through the Pachinko. Your contacts. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, there you go. There's the Pachinko. That's fine. They're on 2 credits. They can't score next turn. Cast is fine too. Turning wheel's okay. I think we're gonna put down the Jack and the Cast. They don't really have the money to threaten hard-hitting news, so it's fine for us to interact with them. Pachinko works well with Acme. It's okay. It's not bad. But like, if these were IP block, you know how much better that is? They spend 1 more credit, and then we have to do a trace, and it ends the run and punishes AI. Like, I think you run 3 IP block first. But yeah, it's not bad, right? Never hear of it being hard to precise contacts. Mine had been stable for 10 years. Do you have dailies, though? Because mine have 2 weeks, and then I just get stuff that's off the shelf, as opposed to, like, them being made for me. I don't know. Yo, what's up, Phil? Sunny, heck yes. Hey. Yo, Nikes, what's up? Hey, Andre. How are things going? Things are going okay. Things are going okay. How are you doing? It would also be nice to get the turning wheel down just so we could run into this and like end the run and get you know, the turning wheel counters, but we can do that later. We just kind of want to set up. All right now we need is our barrier breaker, and we have it. So hey, hey, full house. That's all the Pachinkos, so that's fine. That's really easy for us to get turning wheel counters off of. We break it for 4 credits, which is just perfect, I guess. We have the deuces. Yeah, we can do it. We draw the cards first, generally. Gain 3 credits. I don't want to show that we have this. I'll put down the turning wheel. Only 2 of something else for a full house. So we'll put down the turning wheel. From here, we can just click for credit. I don't mind putting down the sec chip. Pretty good. Pachinko Tribal. If those were IP blocks, you'd steal the agenda, though? No, it wouldn't, because it would end the run still, because we would have a tag, and we could only base the trace, but it still ends the run. IP block and Acme is sweet, because you're considered tagged, even if you beat the trace. All right, they're now putting our money where our mouth is. Unfortunately, we installed the turning wheel, which does mean we don't have as much money. This could easily be like team sponsorship, I don't know, but we have to install this and go. Luckily, our money is coming through. 4 credits at the top of the turn means basically the Sherman or the break is free. And we'll run HQ, why not? It's gonna be annoying. Mine are monthlies with my exact prescription. Ooh. Yeah, I have to do 2 weeks. I don't know. Maybe I should do a month. How bad's the prescription? So we can put down Sherman and run this. It's a lot of money. I can't believe we have exactly our 1 of. We have 3 credits when we're accessing. Oh, I just hit Jack out. Whoops. They did change the order of these things. We're just running it back. Wheel counter. Yeah, we could just click it, right? Instead of anything else. Why not run Unice remote with Jack? Oh, yeah, it's the wheel counter. I don't really want to trash here. I guess if it's an MVT, it's like really bad for us. I don't think it is a MVT, but they are running Ares. That's a Jeeves. Okay, that's fine. Now we can check this. The cool thing about Jeeves in here is it's in there, so they're not getting anything else. There's a team sponsorship. So here they don't really have money to fast advance. Worst case scenario would be like 15 minutes from hand. I'm not that scared of hard-hitting news. Like, they still have to boost a fair bit. I think we'll just do this, though, to get the cards first and then see. Oh, I hit credits first. Whoops. That's totally okay. Brand is Air Optics. My left eye is -3, And right is negative 2.5. Negative 3.75, mind you. Astigmatism 2, I think. Ooh. Yeah, I'm running negative 3.75 with classes, but my contacts are negative 4. I wonder if I just save money because I don't get like very accurate prescription. Raising the Jeeves, triple click. Another click is Jeeves. Jeeves is also really rough for us when it comes to purging. They can purge virus counters pretty easily. We can now just go check this. This is why you want triple DreamNet. It's Amani Sanai. I think we want to trash that. We'll have to take a tag. I don't think they're going to score next turn, so we really don't have to do that now. We could use office supply. I think we just want to draw into like Rozekis and more money. So we'll draw. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Double pad tap is really hard for them to deal with. And we also do have dirty laundry. I think we can just do double pad tap. And here, we don't want to make trash anything last click. Dirty laundry just for value is amazing. We can always like dirty laundry archives to white hat and put agendas back, or put only agendas in hand. This shuffles 2 cards away, right? So we can actually make sure there's 2 agendas in hand and like steal both of them with turning wheel if we plan to turn out. It's not that difficult. The only issue, of course, is Amani Sanai. We can install this. We ran though, so it kind of risks hard hitting news, but this is good. It makes technically office supplies better, but whatever. I don't know if they're gonna fire these. Amani's pretty weak to your ID. Yeah, actually, that's a really big point. We probably don't have to trash Amani if we just get down like even if we just leave the sports hopper. It'll probably be cheaper not to trash Amani. She's like 4 to trash. Dropping the hopper makes Amani even less good. Yeah, a lot less good. Yeah, we'll probably just leave her. This deck doesn't have any burst economy. There's no stim hacks. I do love stim hacks. They're rezzing Amani. Are they gonna score 15 minutes? They're rezzing everything. Why? Kakurenbo. Oh, fuck yeah. This fast advances. That's really scary. I didn't realize this. So they're basically paying all this money with Kakurenbo. So Kakurenbo, they can trash a card from hand, install, res. So this all fires because they play a triple, so they get a click back with Jeeves. It's kind of cute. I think rezzing the money was bad for them. But sponsorship fires too. This is also why White Hat's so good, to stop all this sort of stuff. Team sponsorship, installed an unseen card from HQ, so we can go check that. It's pretty great. It's a Rashida. We definitely want to trash that. We'll take 2 tags. It's a bit annoying. We can't let them have Rashida. But this is going pretty well for them. Getting these 2 out early is kind of the best. Ooh. Woo. Corey, what's up? Yeah, Kakarembo, I've seen that before. It's pretty cool. We don't really have to respect hard hitting news here. Getting these turning wheel counters is pretty sweet. I reckon we can just office supplies. This will draw us 3 extra cards, so we'll be on 5. It's very likely we can career fair something down. We'll draw 4. Oh wow, now Citadel is like such a big deal, but we probably just want to career fair down DreamNet, just so that next turn we can get a free trigger. And we don't need the second turning wheel. I'm not worried about escape net or whatever. With them this broke, a white hat and 2 traps installed. I think Rashida firing is really good for us. Oh, you're right. We could probably left it. They'll get money though, and I don't want them to have money. Them clicking for cards with Jeeves though is fine, and it's actually really awkward for them to do anything else when they draw with Rashida. So now we check this, get a card and a credit. We would have got 2 money too, and we just get the Citadel down. If this is MVT, it's a bit rough. It's a Maryland. That's fine. Oh, we have falsified. That's really cool. So that was a credit and a card. If they res Maryland, we get way more money than them, which is okay. It's actually pretty good. And I think now we just start hammering centrals. Like we could. What is White Hat? Man, I love this card. If unsuccessful real run rest, choose up to 2. So we could just choose 1 to shuffle back to make sure we get the card from HQ. But kind of in a good spot here. If they res this, we get 3 credits. And I don't even know if we trash it. What are we drawing into? I think we're trying to draw into our trace machine. That's not it. But I don't think they can hard hitting news us. So this is acceptable. They could Kakarembo from hand. It looks like it's going to be triple credit. Not resing the Maryland makes a lot of sense. And they're drawing last click, which they kind of have to do with Jeeves, as admittedly awkward as it is. Take clicks. Yeah, we'll run HQ. We could run archives for free. I'll do HQ for the turning wheel, and then we can just white hat them here. I think we will Dirty Laundry Archives. It's really good because it also gives us a dream net. It makes a successful run so we could white hat, and then we can run HQ and access some agendas. We do have our Nexus. We have more money than them, so the trace isn't going to matter. Let's go ahead and white hat. So this, they trace first. They're not boosting, so we get it for free. So cards in HQ to shuffle to R&D. So we have to shuffle up to 2 back. So Hydra, we don't want them to have. Enigma, we don't want them to have. And now their hand is 2 agendas. A Degree Mill, which we could easily fire the pad taps back into our deck. Or actually probably it's just a security chip. Now there's going to be a Trace 5 into Trace 3. We also have to run. Oh man, this is going to be huge. Is there a right play here somewhere? There's nothing bad that they bounce. This is fine. Maybe falsified first to some Trace money? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, I don't mind that. So we'll run HQ. We could Dirty Laundry HQ as well. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Oh, it makes the Trace a bit worse. Yeah, maybe we didn't need to do that. Yeah, we probably shouldn't Dirty Laundried. We want money for the Trace, not after the Trace. So we'll steal the Beal. They can do a Trace here. Again, bouncing anything is not that important. Oh, we forgot to use Turning Wheel. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. Whatever. It'll still be in there. That was wrong. We meant to hit the Turning Wheel button to access both of them. Sec Chip is 2 credits less to break Pachinko. It is, but it's probably better that we shuffle this with Degree Mill. Yeah, we fucked up. We were meant to use Turning Wheel for sure. That's a mistake. Jackson Clare. Yeah, I think we'll just run Archives. Archives is a click and credit. This is a Turning Wheel counter. I'd rather have a bit more cards in hand at this point. Because we needed to get this down. Ooh, another day, another paycheck also is pretty sweet. It kind of basically cancels out Amani Sanai. So if we install this, it's 8. We'll be down. We don't really need to do this turn. If we have to get Burst Economy. Turtle can be good. It's really hard for us to overinstall this now. I guess it's not that hard. We only need 4 counters with this. Whatever, we'll do it. This agenda in hand's not going to go anywhere unless they have another Kakarenbo. We do have a Beal. So now their IP blocks do matter. We do still have the security nexus. I think we'll just click for a credit. Like, our money's not coming in because the pad taps aren't firing. We probably need to install this at some point. How do they win? I don't know. I don't know. They were convinced at the beginning of the game that they wouldn't. But it's probably fast advance. So, like, if we trash the Jeeves, how do they win is a very legitimate question. Imagine also they want to ice up Archive, so every turn we don't get a free Amakua counter. Also, it is Jeeves deck, so purging is, like, not that terrible for them. And they also might have CVS, or I don't even know if they would have Cyber Deck Sandbox. It's pretty good with Jeeves. Their Agenda Suite, they might have 1. Their Agenda Suite might be just like 5-3, 5-3, 5-3. So Jeeves for 3. Mind you, we can always just panic and peel out with this thing if we really need cards, and we're kind of getting to that point. What's the influence on Kakarenbo? I think it's just 3. Yeah, 3. Probably not with Kakarenbo? Maybe not. They can't stop us from finding turning counters. Oh yeah, because of this. Yeah, you're right. This could be an Enigma or a Hydra. Yeah, they really can't. We'll still run Archives. This is a credit, a card, and Amakua counter all clicklessly. We have DJ Fenris. DJ Fenris, what does that get us? It gets us Haley double install. Gets us a smoke credit. It gets us Los, which is mediocre. It's almost good right now to be Quetzal, but these have 2 subroutines. It'd be better against IP block. Actually, that's what Pachinko's better against, DJ Fenris. But they're really not doing much. I saw Reina used in Sunny Masterclass vid. Woo. Gets you a barrier breaker. Yeah, only 1 sub though. For IP block. Yes. Yeah. I think we just run Archives, run HQ. I'm gonna use 2 Turning Wheel tokens. They probably purge here. I'll remember to use this. Bounce HQ, that's a good shortcut. Alright, card remand. That's a Beal. It's pretty good. There's a Trace here. We can easily win the game. IP block. It exists. It's there. They still have to purge before it's useless because we do remove a click for free. But we know out of all the cards in hand, and this is why White Hat is so good with Turning Wheel. Run archives, white hat, win. Now we have to actually find it. Play the current. Yeah, now it really doesn't matter, does it? If we played the current, we would have got buckets of money. But like now we probably win in one agenda. I don't think they're on their own currents, so it's not like we have to play around new sound. Yeah, no, not anymore. Yeah, I think we were a bit too late on that. I don't know if they purge. We just run archives, play the current, and start going for singles. Let's see snipe Beal or Ares. It's a nice boost. Yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. This is a really strong. This is such a snowball card. All right, it looks like they're jamming. Shouldn't be an issue. Take clicks. Yeah, we'll just run archives. I like the credit, the click. Once this is F6, we can deal with Hydra. We can also just do slam, slam, dirty. But like we're paying very little for accesses anyways. This would save us 1 credit, so Quetzal is like mediocre. Oh, I guess we could have done it with Sec Chip. Now Degree Mill doesn't matter. We probably should have played the current tier too, but it seems like pretty unlikely for it to matter too much. Fuck me, it did. We would have had so much money. All right, well, we know it's a 1 in 3 on HQ. I'm not playing it now. Now it doesn't matter. I can't believe that. Yeah, there you go. Good game. So how much did our link matter? Almost not at all, besides we didn't have to deal with an Amani, which is, you know, a legitimate tax. Because they have 2 Ares, but yeah. Quetzal hasn't rotated? No, Quetzal is the advanced runner in System Core. Yeah, exactly. Sunny Slam Slam Dirty Libo. Yeah, that's rough. It is rough. Admittedly, like Amakua got through this well. They didn't get IP blocks open. The pad taps made this look bad. But they were a fast advance deck. They must have something to deal with Clot. So I imagine that would have been okay. And we actually got through halfway through our deck, which again is kind of the power of DreamNet. Sec testing kind of nice. We did have a way to close the game with Stargate. In theory, if you're like really, really panicked, you can always DJ Fenris into Cabinessa and pull Stargate and get 1 access before you remove it from the game. You can always, yeah, we have no recursion, so I guess that's the best we got, but yeah, it's possible. Let's do another one. That was actually pretty short for a Sunny game. Yeah, that's also kind of the issue with like so much trace ice going on the yellow side. Sometimes it's just such a rough matchup. Like I remember being 419 power taps playing against like Asmari decks. Woof. Okay, so Jinteki PE, we have a big deck. That's a good start. Unfortunately, thanks you too. We don't have the card that I actually kind of like a fair bit. There's a Sunny card that says at the beginning of your turn, lose a click to look at the top of R&D. So you don't have to run with their traps. I guess the closest we have to that is Stargate, which is pretty good, but we don't have Buffer Chip. We don't have anything to deal with net damage directly. We don't have like a Caldera. So it's going to be a bit trickier. This opening hand is not amazing. The Nexus is good. The folding is good, but that's probably a bit better. Falsified, mind you, is huge in this matchup. That could easily be on, and we have 2 of them. It could easily be on Mushin Nushin. Smoke is basically a free credit every turn. Well, there was a turn they could have hard hitting used this if we didn't have the link. I didn't do the math. I didn't feel like it was necessary. All right, so a big thing in this matchup is to play as few cards as necessary so that we don't get milled out. And a lot of times, like, data folding will just be better than gamble because it would give us more money in the long run. I think we don't do double gamble. I think we might just draw once and then just do gamble folding. Honestly, like, career fair is probably not worth it. It's unlikely that this matchup is going to be taxing us out on credits too heavily, where keeping the career fair in hand is probably correct. Like, I don't know. It seems like so easy value, but like cards against PE matchups matter a lot. We do have a 50 card deck, but still, it can come to that. I don't love this version of Sunny, to be honest, but it worked that time. Yeah, why not, Jason? That's IPO. What is this? Do we falsify a card that doesn't have tokens on it? Like, what's the worst it could be? It could be a snare. It could be any of the 3 ones, any agenda. Sting. It's actually kind of likely for this to be a sting. I'd rather do that to a card that's motioned, I guess. Huh. Yeah, Psychic Field's the worst, and if we do, like, expose it, like, we're fucked regardless. But I don't know if a Psychic Field deck runs IPO. That's important. Why don't we just do credit here? We're not really doing much, but neither are they. Yo, Pickwin, what's up? I don't know how to say your name properly. The reliance on Amakua feels too tenuous. I agree. There's some matchups where you just can't do it. And then like, oh, there you go. I'm glad we kept our falsified. All right, so we're going to call, I guess, agenda. It's a show of force. Whew. So this is going to be 1 damage. None of these cards matter that much. I'd like to keep the white hat if possible, but show of force is really scary. It means they're very likely to be on Mushin, but also very likely to be on brain damage, but I don't think that's any news. Okay, Deuces is a burst draw card. That's actually pretty sweet. So show of force, really scary card. Can set up some cool combos. They could be on currents, mind you. They could be on the current that lowers hand size, but getting another falsified would be good. This card is somewhat relevant because they're definitely on Kakugo, and Amakua could be locked out from Kakugo sometimes. P gets countered by so many things. It's mostly just expose. Falsified into losing your whole hand. Hey, Neural. Ooh, for value. That's fine, right? They double Neuraled us. Oh, that's so good. I love when they do that because now we don't have to respect the threat. That also makes it sound more like it's a grindy deck. They might have like a preemptive in hand. And again, don't play the cards you don't need in this matchup. Money doesn't matter. Like, this is probably not worth playing until they play the thing that like hits our hand size. But this is also a huge card because if we play down Sports Hopper, they can't kill us with Ronin. It's actually like a really big tech card. Where like if we hit a snare last click or we're really scared of something, once they res the Ronin, it's a click to fire. We can just pop this. Even once they start advancing a card before they score it, as long as it's not the last advancement, we can pop the Hopper. It's really hard for us to die now. We have to really fuck it up or take like a lot of brain damage. We're getting so much value out of Drive-By and Crim. Yeah, I could see it. People play Falsified, but Drive-By, I guess it's not as good against agendas, and it's not like an econ card. It's also good with Amakua, mind you. Falsified probably and Deuces are really good in this deck because of Amakua. We can draw once for Stargate. We didn't hit it. We'll go for singles now. We're set up. We also have to watch out for, what's it called, for Punitive, but we're in a pretty good spot. Localized product line. Something fucky is going on here. This is a 3 influence card. Search R&D for any number of copies of a card, reveal them, and add them to HQ Shuffle RD. That's crazy. Something's going on. For Mushins? I fucking hope not. I thought you ought to install the Fractor. It's probably not a bad thing to do. Like, it's good against Kakugo. It's good against Envelope. We lost Namakua. Yeah, it'd be stupid for us to lose this. I think you're totally right. All the Breach Domes in hand. All the Snares in hand, too. But let's see what they do with that. It's an expensive card. And we've seen no influence besides that, so... And like, it still could be a punitive deck. They could play that for punitive, as expensive as that is. Fuck yeah, they have to show us the cards too. Man, this is such a fun card for like the silly deck ideas you can build with it. It's Kakugo. That's spicy. Icing up HQ, icing up R&D. We have no way to deal with the damage. Luckily, we break it for 2 credits, which is a bit of a premium. But this also means if they're doing that, there's a big chance. I've seen actually decks that run this before. There was a deck list of the week that was localized product line for Kakugo. There's a big chance that they're on shipment from Tenon, just to prevent us from running. Oh, we'll force them to res here. I don't think we can force their credits down. So that's fine. We'll take 1 net damage here. Our hand's not that good. We also can just bounce off this for Turning Wheel, which might be correct. With Sports Opera, it's really easy for us to access with a lot of cards and win. And they're running real 2-pointers. Oh, Bakata. So if we steal this, we die. Because we would take the PE damage. So it looks like we can steal it, but we literally can't. So we could Sports Opera, run and steal it. So if we Sports Opera, we draw 3. So we'd be on game point. It's probably worth it. So we'd be on 3. We need 5. Yeah, we can do it. We'd lose to maybe double punitive. We have office supplies. I think we office supply for cards and then like just dirty laundry it. Are we mad dash it? No, that's useless. Okay, so if we run now, it's 6 cards, so it'll be a 1. So I think we're going to office supply for cards. Is this too many? So this is a 6 credit play, so we'll have 4 cards in hand. So we don't really need a dirty laundry here. Yeah, let's go. Dead mash for sure. Why? It's good with 1-pointers. You're right. It's an easy way to get out of the hand. Yeah, it might be good to do it. We lost it anyways. It's cool because they're likely on 1-pointers, so being on 6-point is actually like pretty relevant. We are 4 credits. We have 2 link. Punitive now doesn't matter. Like, as long as we're at least on 3 cards, all that matters is money. Yeah, probably we don't want a Mad Dash. For sure you Mad Dash? Yeah, I think you're right. Yo, David, what's up? I was expecting localized product line for Breach Dome P Classic. What do you suspect the agenda suite to be? So I'm expecting it is... Oh, we got knurled for value. I'm expecting it's 3 Show of Force, Obokadas. They have to be on Ronins. That's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then I reckon it's like triple sting Philotic. That's, I think, 20? Yeah, losing the Mad Dash was probably a fuck up. But at this point, we just win on Stargate. Fenris is good. We can do even like Fenris into Reyna wouldn't be bad. Like their economy is a bit in the toilet. And we have Stargate. We just can't lose that to damage. The only way we can lose it to damage is if they what's it called out? Shipment from 10 in. It's no 1 in 5. We'll risk the 1 in 5. We're pretty far ahead. But if they ship in from 10 in and snipe this, Mushin, that's fine. I think we can let them score. How many hoppers we got? Just 1. Ooh, shame. Well, we can win right here. We just have to make sure we don't die. Which obviously, that's a big part of that. The matchup. Hedge fund, cerebral rover, IPO. Okay, we'll just do cerebral overrider. So they're drawing hedge fund into IPO, which is good for money, but it's not ice. I didn't check how many Kakugos they added to hand. There's a chance that all their ice is only 3 Kakugos. Seems strange, but it's a possibility. I guess we can drop Sea Source, but I just don't want to die. We made a successful run. They added only 2. Okay, there's a chance that all they have is Kakugos and they're all on the table. If you're expecting stings, the dash is totally relevant. Yeah, I agree. I do expect some amount of 1-pointers. There's almost no reason not to. They're also not scoring, which is pretty good. We know there's an IPO on the top of the deck. They just drew it. So now it's 3 new cards on top of R&D. 1 slipped through. That's really good for us. I don't know if I feel good about the draw there. I don't think I would have drawn. We're also getting Mind You turning wheel tokens every time we do this run. DJ Fenders would have been cool. It would have saved us 2 credits a turn. It's like a permanent daily cast. I didn't hit Stargate. Planned. We don't have money for yeah, that was a fuck up. We could have what could have been bad there? Snare, I guess. Sting, snare, Ronin. Okay, well, we'll just put that in the bin. Oh wait, that's not game point. That's not game point. I thought that was game point. God, we fucked at the Mad Dash. Hold on, what are we doing? Okay, hold on. What click was that? Click Stargate. So no, we're not making a run on archives. That's fine there. We just want to not die. So like that's safe. I didn't even realize what was on top. So it's snare into Ronin. Okay, that's good to know. So we'll just draw once. Ooh, pat tap. And we'll draw again. Yeah, so we definitely fucked up, but we Mad Dash would have been fine. Definitely don't need Mad Dash that does nothing for us. Rob is quoting. It's okay. I didn't consider it. I was like, the 2-pointers will be fine. That means they're looking at their archives, right? Because it's highlighted? They also could have, like, it doesn't have to be preemptive. They also have, I forget, genotyping? Archive memories. Motion. Archive memories. Okay, so we can lose if we run this. Chat, I'm running this. This could be the whole game. We could lose the whole game here. It's a Project June bug. I think we lost the game. Oh, hold on. Fuck, we didn't have enough money. Yeah, I think that's GG. Yo, Nick, what up? All right, it's not a road on the table. We're good. We're good. What else could be an issue? If that was a Philotic anywhere on the table, we'd die. If it's a force install it, you lose. Essentially 6-0. Yeah, no, it's in hand. We had no reason to do that. I felt pretty confident. I thought they were going to make a desperate play. They did. But not the one we want. One of these is a sting. One of these is a snare. Will we do this to get accelerated card draw? I don't think so. Was on 0 credits? Wait, what? Should have done Motion Advance? Yeah, I think 4 advance we wouldn't have ran it. So maybe not actually. Maybe it was a perfect play. We're in such a good spot. Like, just don't die. What are we thinking? Did we Stargate last click? Yeah, we didn't die last time. Stargating last click is stupid. Enforce curfew. Enforce curfew, show force. Okay. So if we just didn't do that last click, we would have won. So you have a current. You have a bunch of cards on the table. 9 credits. But most importantly, the game is in the archives. Do we die? Oh, explaining office supplies? Yeah, we couldn't have played office supplies because we were on 0 credits. This is minus money for how many link we have. Oh, okay. It looks like we win. GG. So just don't fuck it up. We only need 1 card in hand to win. Good game. Oh, they're saying good game. Yeah, yo, Stargate's really good. Stargate's so good in this matchup. Hey, cheers. You too. What if there's jacks on the table? Well, then the indexing would be a lot worse. That's the other thing is, like, I think their hand might have been actually, like, straight garbage if they were narrowing for value. Because, like, consider that. We did fuck up. That one thing that we said all we have to do is not do, we did it. We fucked up. And we ended with 2 cards in hand. And I know it's hard to keep 3 neurals in hand when their hand is also, like, an Obakata and some other nonsense. But, like, they could have threatened to kill. Like, they can just score 1 agenda and then neural, and that's, like, maybe 2-3 damage. Pray for preemptive. We also need to make sure when we're accessing, for what it's worth, like, we were accessing, I don't know if we had money when we accessed, but accessing with money is also really important because Fetal AI is a card and I could see them playing it. But I think we called their agenda suite perfectly. We called the Mad Dash horribly, but the agenda one was fine. We were playing that one fast and loose. Yeah, kind of there at the end. Oof. Speaking of fast and loose, and speaking of Ronin, by the way, this is a deck that came up, and I want to try it because it seems absurd. Firstly, absolute shout out for using the title Undefeated New Zealand Nationals 2020, and then Burring at the bottom. I fucking love this. My runner deck lost every single game. Those stats are great, but this deck looks like really wild. So the idea is we're playing the outfit, which is cool because we can go fast and we can make a lot of money. But on top of that, you're playing 3 of Broad Daylight, which is an agenda I don't think I've ever played, and it's actually cool to get a bunch of tokens on this. It does 2 meat damage a turn. That's fine, I guess. It's a bit of pressure. It's fine, I guess. But it's also a 4-2, which is not a problem. We have Lacosta. But this is where the deck is interesting. It is everything you'd basically jam into the remote server, which has some pretty good ice on it, mind you, because we have things like Archer, we have things like Tithonium Trebuchet, Bulwark. And they have to figure out whether it's the Ronin, which a combination of Ronin, dedication ceremony, and everything else will kill them, which is really great. It's really good. I'm late again. How long have we been live? Yo, Zero, we've been live for maybe 50 minutes. We start usually at 8:45, give or take. Yeah, that sounds right. How you doing? Just channeling Inner Cortez. Yeah, there's also Argus Crackdown, which is a card I haven't played. This card's actually kind of fascinating when it comes to like those sort of Jinteki decks that we just played. It makes it really hard to steal, but you actually have to ice your servers, so a bit different, but still pretty good. The dream is always this with Obakata, but Ben Musashi, I don't know. It seems like pretty easy to do Ben Musashi. It doesn't have punitive. This deck doesn't have punitive. It has some money, but not a lot of money. But all you have to do is jam every turn. I'm kind of fascinated by this. It looks really interesting. And Snare, mind you, is, I think, the coolest thing in the outfit. They're also running Elizabeth Mills, which is wild. I don't know if you'd run this over Roughneck Repair Squad, but we're a pretty jammy deck. But if we're a pretty jammy deck, this doesn't really do much. I don't know. Wake Up Call. Yeah, Wake Up Call is a fun card. It is pressure. I don't know if there's any hardware we're specifically weak to, or a non-virtual resource, I guess, Film Critic. But you can make it really easy where you do Broad Daylight into Wake Up Call, and it's hard for them to deal with. We also have a single Helheim servers, which with Archer can be kind of the nuts. It's pretty cool. For what it's worth, I was the judge for NZ Nats, and Nason's deck was fun one to watch in action. I believe it. I really do believe it. Yo. Oh, we'll talk about this after, I guess. But oh fuck, standings. We had a really good weekend of Netrunner in Montreal. Like a really good weekend. Oh, contract killer outfit. The outfit? Yeah, nice. We have 15 ice, which is not a lot of ice, I'll be honest, and we don't have hard-hitting news or any other punishment, but our opponent doesn't know that. Our ice gets a bit further considering most of it's actually like relatively taxing. At some point we'll be giving out so much bad publicity though that it honestly might cancel out the fact that our ice is a bit good. Teaching a new player this weekend, any tips? Yeah, actually lots. Practice teaching the game I think is really important. People have different opinions whether you should teach corp or runner first. I find that to be very interesting. I think it's always more interesting to teach runner first just because they can be aggressive, and I think it's more exciting than a corp, which is a bit more hard. I like to build decks for runners and corps that have kind of cool ideas, simple ideas. I try not to do a lot of things that are complicated. Like I don't play with Biroids, I don't do traces, I don't do a lot of like obviously currents, stuff like that. Like there's a lot of things you can pair out of the game. Don't give a fuck about influence when you're building decks. That shit doesn't matter. I like teaching runner identities that are interactive. So I thought noise was really could be fun, but really not the best for teaching Netrunner. While things like Gabe or Leela are really fun and exciting, just because they were like, oh, I'm gonna run HQ every turn to get my value. That shit's really good. And as a corp, maybe play some fun ice. I think it's really important to show that not all ice has to be broken. So I like to put a bit of damage in the decks. Cards like pop-up window, stuff like that. That's obviously flavorful. I think is really cool. Those are my large tips. I like explaining how the game works first by explaining how they win. So be like, okay, these are agendas. And then like, this is what happens when you run HQ. And then we simulate it. This is what happens when you run R&D. Cool. Archives. But it's not going to be that simple because there's going to be ice. And then you start telling them how stronger together impacts the strength of the Biroids. I'm kidding. That's the idea. Don't you dare speak against noise. Yo, Nick, noise is great. Don't teach noise. Oh, man. Oh, man. Just a crazy idea to make Pad Factory worthwhile out of Mirror Morph, and then I read the card again. The card is so bad. We have a card bot of the day in our Netrunner Montreal Slack, and that one came up recently. And honestly, there are decks where Pad Factory is interesting, and they're actually kind of decks like this one, where every turn we want to do advance. But I think you largely have to play Gagarin because that's a lot of remotes. Corp. I'm a bit behind, but the title has me very excited. Oh, right in time, Jessica, because the contract killer is showing up right now. I think we're playing against John. I tell my friends to play runner first. They like it, but don't try hard them. Yeah, like don't fucking fast advance, biotic labor them where the game's uninteractive, or like also don't fucking murder them. Well, murder them, but then run the game back to be like, by the way, I have snare. Oh, John left. John's back. Stuff like that is cool. I'm not big into like the Mushin no Shin as a new player because they don't have information. Like they don't know what like they don't know what the value of traps are, but running some cards that are advanceable that aren't agendas I think is cool. I think understanding that the game is about information is really important. And fun exciting cards like Maker's Eye, like that shit's good. It's good shit. Ooh, freedom, that's an issue. It's an issue, but we can jam CityWorks project. I don't know if we can score out. I think we try and kill. I've had worse, but pretty good. Yeah, we'll do it. I recently tried making a stronger together deck. It was awful, but fun. Yeah. Meh. Do you play that or do you play Architects, you know? Ooh, that's rough. Okay, not a lot of options here. Just gonna go and put that in a remote and dedicate it. So this is a lot of damage. Oh, we shouldn't do that. We'll just take a credit so we can threaten snare, I guess. Then we'll be poor as shit. Nah, fuck it. I was killed by Contract Killer this past weekend. Grim, are you in New Zealand? That might be the case. Okay, there are two types of new players. The type of player that gets killed out of nowhere and hates it, and a lifelong Netrunner player. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. Also cards. There's a lot of cards that I think are really fun when teaching Netrunner. Caddy Jones. It's a fun card for Netrunner. People are like, oh, this is exciting. I'm going to plan my turn. Things that make you plan your turns that are not mirror morph, because that's complex, I think are really good for the game. Also, like, if you have old cards, give someone engineering the future, because no matter what they do, it'll be okay. And that's fun. But the only problem is you have to give them a bunch of Byroids. And Byroids are like, I don't know. It's a cool thing. I just wouldn't put it in my first game. I was killed in that combat of Builder Nations. Oh, sweet. Z-Bag, what up? Played a Builder Nations deck today and got hammered by Wake Up Call twice. They were swinging for the fences in that game. Yo, home runs. All right, so our snare could be legit. Lacosta Grid. Good card. They have money. They have pressure. This could be an issue. They don't have the requisite 6 credits though. They could have just like took a credit, hit this. But I reckon they don't want to. Ooh, snare. Do we give him a tag last click? Honestly, probably shouldn't. Wait, what? Did I hit no? Wait, huh? Oh, didn't have the cash. We advanced this. Ooh, imagine we were on hard hitting news, am I right? Anyways, we can't lose this. We need to take this. I think this is safe. I don't want to keep advancing it. If we put this there, they'll steal this more likely. Unfortunately, we have to draw here next. That's kind of bad. Oh, chat. I thought about that the whole time. Yeah, no money's correct. Keck W. Don't do what the guy who taught me to play did. He corped a Jinteki trap deck and instilled a huge fear of running in me as a new player. Yeah, I don't like that sort of stuff. I want them to interact as much as possible when I'm teaching the game. Again, Gabe, stuff like that's exciting. Also, put Sneak Door Beta in. It's a fun card. Caddy Jones is a great card for new players because it gives you unlimited econ. It does. And then you can have the conversation, be like, hey, you spent 3 clicks on Caddy getting 1 credit. Was that good? And then you shame them. That's fine. Byroids are complicated for new players for sure. Are they that complex? Seems like an easy enough way to teach Porous Ice. It's not my favorite way. Like, I'd rather have things like Pop-Up Window or, I don't know, Searchlight. Those, I think, are a bit, it's weird. It's like, okay, you can interact with this if you have the right breaker, but the strength has to be high enough, but you can also spend clicks, but it depends on the subroutines. This is Ichi Trash's programs. It also has a trace that does 2 things. What's brain damage? Like, a lot of that, it's just I don't think the people you're teaching the game are too dumb to figure that shit out. It's not that hard, but, like, it could just be more elegant, and then you'd be like, but wait, there's more. Here's Byroid Ice. It's what HB does. Sometimes. I think Byroid Ice is a cool mechanic, though, in terms of, like, understanding how the world of Netrunner works. What the fuck do we do with this deck? I guess there's no reason to leave that on the table. Put the grid on the current public works. We lost it. I didn't want to do that because then we'd only have an agenda in hand, but I guess we were going to lose everything anyways. All right, R&D. Mind you, they can trash anything that has 6 cost or less, so even archers get wrecked, Hortums get wrecked, which would be a pretty good draw right now. Talk about that. Hortum got wrecked. So now we're going to be bleeding Axuses. Yo, Freedom's really good right now. Freedom's pretty good against CTM. I think that's a real thing. Where's your ice? There's 15 in the deck. Oh, they're running this. Oh, they are checking things. Please don't check this. Why wouldn't you check a face down card in this deck? There's no reason not to. And I think a big part of this deck is like put it behind ice. Ukamok, what's up? Haven't been around the game in a while. CTM's big again? I think it got pretty good recently. Okay, we've lost the game. I played it at a GNK this weekend. It was undefeated. There's a couple builds of it, so it's not obvious what's good. Like, what's the best. Yeah, we don't have a chance. We don't have a chance. We have to ice R&D, but we also need for the remote. But this actually they can break. I think we QQ. Drawing once is scary. Oh, this actually at least has teeth. If this fires, we can win. Feels like it's never left. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, sort of. Alright. Trash my board of control. It's fine. We didn't need it. It'd be cool if we could hit, what's it called with this? Knob Curie. Yes! We spent a click to waste a run. That's what this does, right? Do they, like, we can't res Archer. Do they respect Bulwark? How many tokens they need for this? Like a shit ton. They need 5 for strength. And they probably only need to break 1 sub. That was a good draw. Please fucking hit this. It's so important you eat this. I need you to destroy your breaker that is just shitting on us. Just go into it, please. It's so important. Fuck. All right. Fewer than 10 credits? Good thing we can advance this twice. Draw an agenda. Ooh. Ooh, that's not particularly good. If we advance it once, it's no longer a snare. Worst of both worlds. Why not? No, we didn't play this. Consume. Oh, now they're going to start trashing things. 5 influence for this card. It's pretty good, though. Some of these decks run a self-modifying codes thing of find it, but it's like their mini magnum at least at a small level. We don't need the too big to fail. It's fine. And we could do dedicated Ronin for 3 damage if we draw exactly perfectly that. They have 9 credits. Money doesn't matter in this matchup. Well, the thing is, if we lose that, it doesn't matter. This will take the heat off. Wake up call? Wake up call doesn't do anything. We can't trash programs. Now you can't res Bulwark? Oh, Grim, you're fucking right. You're right. We did goof that. I did not realize how the math worked out. We are not playing a game of Netrunner. There's literally no plays we can do. Do they trash a hedge fund? There's no way that's correct, right? Like, we have no card punishment. It's not like we have hard-hitting news in hand. Rating cards important. Yo, don't do that to yourself. We fuck this up all the time. Yeah, they don't trash the hedge fund. I like that. Ooh, there goes Rashida for free. This is bizarre. Yeah, we're meant to have, like, what, 15 ice? It's a fair bit of ice. 6x4, yeah, it's pretty good. They found out our secret Ronin. In theory, this might be a bit risky, right? Snare last click could be bad. It's unlikely. I think we have 1 preemptive. We have no preemptive. We literally have no recursion. Oh, fuck. We just have no teeth. At least this eats counters. I don't know what to do. They're on game point. At least they went to 1 agenda. They have 8 tokens, which I think is what we said they need for this. So like a purge actually would be okay. I think we have to let a single access through. We need this to hit or we don't have a chance. Oh, Pelongi? Oh, that's actually really cool. If we res the border control, we can't res the Bulwark. So, and we're going to purge next turn, so this is fine. I was excited for this deck. I really was. They hit a Rashida? Excuse me. Wow, I don't know. Chat's not scrolling again. Weird. Okay, so 8 tokens. So it is 5 for strength, 6, 7 to 8. No, we can't res this. They could win here. We have a fair bit of agendas. They did trash this. Oh, they're gonna see another card. So the fact that they trashed the card obviously is not good. Okay, well, that's fine. If Helheim servers. Ooh, that's a legitimately interesting card. And now also, if we res the border control, we're 1 credit short of R&D. They're not using the bad publicity well either, because they're not spending credits. They need to get that Knob Curie down. And maybe if we ice up everything, we'll be okay. We haven't seen a restricted card so far. They might actually have a single paperclip. We have such an uphill fight. It's kind of gross. And some of our agendas are literally face up. Like, we have to click 3. Putting the Helheim on R&D is okay, but we kind of want them not to be scared of it. They don't break border control or refunds 1. Yeah, that's true. They have no tokens. That is true. It's a Simo chip. That doesn't actually get them anything right now, but it lets them refresh the Palangi. And it looks like we didn't res because of Palangi threat, so maybe they will actually goof it? I don't know. It means that though the use of trash isn't that bad because they do have this. At least this is a big ice until they knife it or hippo it or whatever. I guess we only end up resing this. We get 5 credits back, so it's pretty cheap. And for this to be good, also we do need a piece of ice. Oh boy, oh boy. Punitive also, mind you, doesn't matter because on game points. Running archives, that's a dirty laundry. Can we just concede? I don't know what we could possibly do. Ooh, mouseless on archives is good enough. That's a good card. That's actually a really good card. I'd kind of maybe rather have that on HQ than archives if possible. Gotta lock them out. Our deck is mostly ice at this point, which is nice. So we want to build like Archer into Bulwark Remote, and it might be a problem for them. They also could easily be on, I don't know how easily, but they could be on Surfer. I think Surfer is so good in a Palangi deck. I think you'd be silly not to play Surfer in a Palangi deck. Oh man, this card's 0 influence, 0 immune. That's pretty great. For what it's worth, their freedom ability, I don't think was that detrimental to us. Like, they trashed 2 bigs to be, I guess our money did matter, but you can't play too many of these. Losing the Hortum, I think, was by far the worst part. Second Palangi, that's fine. We're gonna just purge here. Oh, it's a hippo. Oh man, please run R&D. Fucking finally. Oh yes. Yes. Oh, it's so good. It's so magical. I wonder what they were trying to get through. Like, they only have 1 counter anyways. Like, the Palangi's not gonna... Oh, I guess they have 3 counters because of the Palangi. Ooh, he's correct. Fire and broken subs. Okay. Did that work? The runner trashes 1 program. Fuck, it's their choice. It's their choice. It's not trash 1 program. It's the runner chooses a program to trash. That's obviously a pretty big bummer. They lost to Consume. We got 2 credits. You don't get in 4 because the run ends. So this is still a liability that they can eventually get through, but they're going to need a fair bit of tokens to do it. I thought it would be way better than it was. I didn't realize it was the runner trashes 1 program. Shit. Res border control. So they can trash the border control. They don't have enough tokens, so this is also going to get us some money back. So archives is now just the weak point here. But we definitely purge. And then it's pretty good. So they could technically break 1 sub. Fire all. Oh, excuse me. They could break all of that with Palangi. That's fine. Mind you, you don't need tokens on Yusuf to use Yusuf. Ideally, we draw another Hortum here. They have enough tokens. Yeah, I realize now. We lost the Argus Crackdown. Mind you, almost all the Crackdowns. Freedom. I guess we lose the game now. I guess we... Yeah, good game. Yikes. Yeah, Tithonium is a good one. Alright, so we lost to Hortum, and that was enough to do it. That was so rough. We barely did anything. And look at our deck! Our deck is like Archer, fucking Trebuchet, Mouseless. Oh man, that's so rough. That's so rough. My girlfriend looked over and said, I like his little hair. Thanks. I'll take it. Yeah, Tithonium's a good card, man. People don't respect Tithonium. Playing Tithonium out of faction is awesome. Like, imagine playing Jinteki or HB and people face check. HB is a bit different because some people respect Hagen depending on board state, but they run Jinteki and they're like, I got my Anansi, and then you just fucking Tithonium their shit. It's so good. I played a deck like this, it floods constantly. Yeah, right? Yeah, I can believe it. Oh, there was no reason. There's no punishment in this. Your money is fine. Yeah, they could have just even taken the agenda turn 1. Like, that's kind of the thing. Like, they don't know there's no punishment, so if there's open deck lists, but like, they could have stolen this. They just draw, run. We didn't see an I've had worse though, so it seems hard. Nothing. I had a P deck with Kusanagis and Tithoniums was fun. Kusanagi just adds net damage, right? Yeah, wild. Is this like, that's the idea, is that you put this in the remote every turn, and then so there's like a pressure on them, but you also need to score a big. If the Broad Daylight went through, obviously we wouldn't have lost the game, but it would actually have been kind of interesting. Hey, cheers, you too. Let's do one more. I want to see what this looks like when I draw some ice, because the ice is legitimately pretty okay. Hey Nick, how's Adam? For the pre-res. Oh yeah, right, because you sacrifice it. I've actually seen that happen. Like, Tithonium was hot in PE even without Kusanagi's. Like, traded dead a House of Knives to res it. Like, it was a surprise, especially, and that's like a really big thing, is people don't expect that. That deck at the time was so weak to like account siphon spam, and then you'd be on 0 credits and they like run archives or run your remote or whatever, and then you just be like, Tithonium, trash, like Turning Wheel or Caldera or whatever. Uh-oh. Ooh, this hand's better. This hand's definitely a bit better. We do have the single Ronin. Thanks, you too. We are against Hoshiko, who wants to get those sweet, sweet accesses. We do Dedication to Ronin, which isn't a turn 1 kill. I think we want to get this on HQ and this on R&D, and probably credit Hostile off the top would be ideal. Wake Up Call is actually a legitimate threat. So if we install this and then we do this, we can't res this. It's not even that good. I wouldn't res it unless they hit. Fuck! Normally they have to respect punitive. And it's so good, like Hoshiko against Hard Hitting News. It's pretty sweet. Alright, we legitimately don't have plays again. Like, why wouldn't you just run? If we don't have an ice, there's no reason for them not to run everything we double advance. That's something I don't get about this deck. Like, you're basically saying if there's, yeah. We shouldn't res the Trebuchet. It's like, we only end up resing this for like 4 credits. I don't know. I imagine Hoshiko, besides Adori, is playing a lot of Heat Breakers. Yeah, now hitting Paladin is a lot better. Let's get some more money. We can't res everything here, so this is actually a pretty empty threat. Run Cerebral? Yeah. Oh wait, does this deck not actually? Boomerang? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. Res Bulwark. So, one of these subroutines don't matter, so we're not gonna res it. Bulwark, really good card. Or sorry, this. Wayland decks are such a coin flip? Not at all, Shazner. Trap decks are, specifically trap decks that don't have like a strong win condition. But also, like, they're not respecting hard hitting news because they know. But our money is actually trash. Like, do we have IPO in this deck? No, just hedge fund too big to fail and okay. Whoops. Cerebral is a coin flip. Yo, why is it not scrolling? If I hit the box, are we scrolling? Paladin coming down, Gachapon. That gets the Dream Net they're probably looking for oh so badly. This is now pretty good. Our hand is not that bad. It's gonna be really hard for us to get a kill up. Double Gachapon, not unique. Lizzie Mills. Yeah, I guess we can always like advance, flip it. We can also just dedicate it to save a click. Not particularly compelling. Dirty laundry on archives. Oh, sorry. There's a DreamNet. Now they're running archives again. Not respecting hard hitting news. They know our deck. Can you wake up call the boomerang potentially? Yeah, they need to trash something. Well, we potentially could. And they have enough cards in hand for this not to be an issue. So spending our whole turn and what's basically like 6 to 7 credits firing this isn't particularly compelling. I'd honestly rather overinstall this with Rashida. We also have no 5/3s that are not face up. So like advance is like kind of questionable. This costs 2 to res. Oh my god, spending your whole turn advancing this and then flipping it. Okay, I don't know. I don't know about this deck anymore. It's okay. We'll do something else after. Rob has money. Getting those accesses, cards, and credits. So much click compression. Getting in with Hoshiko. Black Orchestra coming down. They're running the remote. Yeah, I guess. Does these subroutines sort of matter? They could spend 6 to break 2 of them, and then they can't trash Contract Killer, which is pretty good. But they don't want to take the tag last click, because we can trash both of these. I wonder how many Dream Nets they're in their deck. This is actually pretty good res here. I don't know if you actually expect mouseless on the remote server. And we're not threatening Archer either. Archer would be pretty sweet because we can trash the Rozeki. Play 3. Play 3. So it looks like we're going to get a credit. And they might just end the run. I don't know. Do 1 net damage. Oh, that makes more sense. Oh, sorry. They broke that. So we gain a credit. Great. Continue to pass ice. We can't res it. Continue to counter ice. No further action. They can't trash the Contract Killer. But it's still so fucking expensive for us to res this thing. Ew. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. That Freedom game was the weirdest thing. Yeah, it was kind of rough. Give me some BP, please. I guess we'll do it. 2 meat damage. We hit a stim hack and turning wheel. Legitimately good hits. Pretty good hits, all things considered. Putting a Trebuchet on archives honestly doesn't sound like the worst. Resing everything. That sounds way more difficult. They have the Paladin. This is a mouseless. We'll definitely res this over anything else. This is, again, 6 credits, but actually all of this fires, so we get a credit back. They take a tag. It's pretty good stuff. This is the power Contract Killer. Ooh, all the good cards stick in hand. I wouldn't call that power, but like we're not winning the game. They could find a boomerang for this. It's kind of cool with Gachapon. Actually, no, they can't. So, pad tap, gamble, liberated. What happened? They totally missed. So they removed pad tap, Puemo, and gamble from the game. So they got nothing from that. So unbroken subroutines. That's a tag. That's a damage. You got an axis here. They hit the mills. Clearing the tag might actually matter. DreamNet seems pretty good. We're going to be clicking for credits next turn. Actually, we should be fine because of Rashida. I don't know if they have the influence for Falsify, but Citadel Sanctuary, also pretty sweet. A pretty good tech card right now. We can spend all our money to make sure that they end with a tag. We could do it. We can trash DreamNet. We haven't seen another DreamNet. There's probably 2. That's probably not worth it. We still need a Resurrect and somehow win. Menzel, what's up? I can't follow this game anymore. I haven't kept up with the cards for so long. Glad your stream is still going, Andre. Hey. It's been, Menzel, in terms of like following the game, a lot of cards have been coming back. Like, no, excuse me. The card pool is a bit smaller than it is, I think, in a while, because they've been rotating stuff, and I don't know. It's not that bad. It's pretty cool. Time to wake up call. Yeah, David's saying wake up call that boomerang. Yeah, I think we could. Also, Rashida, use, please. Yeah, we'll do it. Ooh, that's good. All right. Yeah, we can wake up call the boomerang. It's pretty good. We still can't res it, though, so I don't think it matters. Yeah, whatever. It's probably worth it. So they either die or trash the boomerang. It's not that difficult a decision, but it's interesting. So this is server 1. We still can't res it. We could jam this next turn, but then if we fire Rashida, it's pretty bad. I think we just put the Ronin in there. And then hopefully next turn we get off the hostile. I've been checking some collections on eBay and Reddit. I can't justify the cost right now though. And that's the big thing though, is like it's really nice to have the collection, that's for sure. I understand it's really hard to find, but proxies are legal and there's some easy ways to get that done. So do we res La Costa? Yeah, fine. And we'll just score this out. They could threaten Clot in theory. I'm gonna ask for Gachapon. Gachapon technically is a Clot threaten. It's pretty lame. It's not gonna happen, but it could. And there you go. 11 credits. Mind you, they do have a bad publicity, so getting to HQ is only 5 credits. Still pretty difficult. The awkward thing about Ronin, though, is, I don't know, I guess we do jam the City Works project. We haven't seen an I've Had Worse yet, though, and they know what kind of deck we're on, so keeping them in hand is good. Catch up on the clock would be such a power move. Yeah, it would be absolutely absurdly good. Boomerang, coming down at ice on the inside. It's still hard for them to do this. Fire all, okay. So, 1 net damage. D3 credits, they got a tag. Okay. Question is whether we res this. If we res this, they can break 2. They'd have to break the end to run, so they have to trash a program. I imagine they would just trash this. Good thing is they can't trash both of these, so at least it's a choice. This is fine. Fucking Boomerang. I think you res Bulwark? I really don't think we do. We have nothing to do for money next turn. Kind of just want to buy creation and control even with it rotated for kitchen table plus the thing I already have. It's really good. I agree with you. It's still really good. So they're using their it's really cool that you can use Gachapon during a run so you can get that bad publicity value. And so now they're accessing with, I guess they get a credit back also from DreamNet. So I didn't consider that. So they can't trash both of it, but they can trash one. Yeah, I gotta remember the DreamNet credit. Oh, I guess they weren't flipped, so. And they're clicking a tag. Their money's actually really bad. Advance a card in server 1. I guess we have to. We could do CityWorks project into advance. It might not even be necessary, but it's not bad. And a border control on this remote is kind of a pretty big deal. We actually could win this game. We legitimately could win this game. Just unfortunately, none of the cards that are the spice cards in the deck are the good ones. The good ones are border control and La Costa Grid. So this is 5 damage, plus they have to deal with this damage. They do get a DreamNet draw though, so it's a bit easier for them to contest this remote. They have Citadel Sanctuary. That's a good point. It's a really good point. Shit. Damn it. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, Citadel would have been so bad. Thank you. I totally forgot. Citadel, mind you, you can trash it to remove to avoid all meat damage. So this is not it's like so much worse than Obakata because it's not a cost to steal it, it's a cost to access it. So you can prevent the damage and you can still steal. They do have their Adore. In terms of virtuals, they're looking at 1, 2, 3. So this Trebuchet, they can do 3, 6. It's only 6 credits for them to get 2 with 1 bad publicity. It's probably still fine for us to res. Yeah, that's probably still fine. So they have to pay 6. Also, if we trash a virtual, it gets a bit harder. Single axis here, mind you, they do have turning wheel, and this is going to flip Hoshiko, so this axis is worth a fair bit. Border control, mind you, still a real threat on this remote, and Rashida could draw into the last agenda. But like, it's actually awkward for us to score out. We don't have the last agenda. We do have double border control. Border control and R&D is okay. Too big to fail is a bit dodgy. But I think now we just is at the point of the game where anything in the remote they have to like legitimately check. All right, they're on 3 bad publicity, which their money will go pretty far, and they're actually making 2 a turn. Pad tap, pad tap. It can run this remote. They're gonna let this credit fire, so that they get 2 credits. Fire unbroken. So They gained more than us. Single axis here. They're not running this remote, and this could be a 4-2 that wins the not that wins the game, mind you. We're still a fair bit off, but it could be a contract killer. They have to go to really low cards for this to matter. And the Hortum, if we put it in front of there, they'll just bounce off of it. I don't know if we trash the pad taps. I don't know if we have the time. We can draw once at least. Ooh, Bulwark is pretty good. It is pretty okay. Cards in hand are probably important. These or theirs? Their cards in hand? I don't think so. It's probably an I've had worse and two other things. I guess we trash one of them. It's pretty rough. Yeah, I think we do trash those tabs. Trashing two would be ideal. They're doing it. They're running it. They are running it. We can res the border control. This is going to get us some money back. It's going to get them money, though. At least we fire this for, like, res it for only 1 credit. It's unfortunate that we showed them we have this. And they're digging for the Fracture. There you go. They did have I've had worse in hand, so firing this would actually be pretty shit. And they're keeping it in hand. It makes so much sense based off our deck that we're running a City Works project, let alone Ronin and Contract Killer. They use border boomerang, you fire border control? Yeah, for sure. But so much of it is now that they just need to find their Fracture and have enough money, they just stim hack this. So, unfortunately, we put our second border control on this on R&D. If we put this other one here, I think we'd have a chance of jamming out. But they're really drawing into it. They have only 10 cards left in their stack. I'm assuming that their Fracture is actually paperclip, so like even hitting into the bin is not particularly good. Ooh, Helheim Servers though legitimately is a winning play. Argus Crackdown also is kind of nice. It's separate from Citadel Sanctuary. This also does look like a Biovault. And this deck, man, you fucking Lacosta Biovault is really good. I gotta play more Lacosta. Jinteki Glacier is probably pretty hot right now. We don't have enough money to like really do everything. And this is not a connection. Mind you, Contract Killer does take out connections. It is just a resource. Yo, why is this card not a criminal card? Doesn't this seem like a very criminal card? Imagine this in blue, and sure, Anarch wouldn't have economy, but I was thinking about this. Like, that's always been a complaint I've had for a while now, is all the criminal cards, none of them really feel like crime anymore. And I think the new cards really didn't solve that. But like, right? Shouldn't this be? You can kill a Sanctuary with Mills? Oh, it's already gone, though. It would be cool, yeah, we could have. We have no Recursion, though, and Mills is gone. If it was a criminal card, it would be 1 pip and restricted. It would be really good as a criminal. I'm not saying in terms of balance, but in terms of theme. Yo, Stop, what's up? It's going okay. Trying out this weird deck. Their Fracture has to be at the bottom. There's no way it's not a paperclip. We haven't seen a restricted card, and they're almost all through their deck. So I don't think doing damage to hand is actually going to matter. It's not like we're going to knock it out of their hand. Ooh, this actually puts us on game point. We're going to go score it. Now scoring a 2-pointer actually matters, so they might want to run this. They're drawing. So now actually this is legitimate on the fact is that eventually they're going to run out of cards. But again, ooh, Keiko at the bottom. Citadel Sanctuary. Ooh, Amakua. Oh. That's annoying. How much bad publicity? This is going to be a problem for us. I guess we could always like dedicate a Hortum. Do we res this? It costs them 2 credits to get through this. No, I guess we don't. It's another Bulwark. Bulwark. We put that on archives, I guess? I don't know. They need a lot of tokens before Amakua is a threat. Yeah, I guess so. Drawing into the winning agenda would have been good. This is not very good. We need our agendas to win, and they break it for 6 credits. 5 of bad publicity. Yeah, we got 15 credits. Yo, Andrew, what's up? Diversion of funds would probably seem a lot more criminal if Accounts I've had not been the most criminal card ever. Yeah, I know. I hear you. All right, they're finally running it. Wait, thinking. We can dump her whole fucking hand. Wait, how they... Oh, because they're just dealing with this. Shit. This is probably fine. Lockdown so turtle can't power up quickly. I don't think it's worth it. I think we want to do that on the turn we jam an agenda. But even then, they can always just like Citadel it. Does it ever make sense? We could end the run. The problem is like trashing a program is not that big of a deal. We want to save the Helheim for us jamming an agenda. Like we could have jammed an agenda this turn if we had it. Oh, I forgot they had a pat tap. It's not firing a lot. We could res this, gives them more bad publicity. They use their boomerang, and I'd rather them have their boomerang on here so we have a cool play with border control. Yeah, whatever. They can pull this apart. Dump one card? I don't know. Oh yeah, we probably should have dumped one card, huh? Yeah, we could have dumped one card and got the credits off of that. Yeah, I think you're totally right. We're gonna lose it anyways. That was stupid. Yeah, what were you thinking? Yeah, should have thought out a bit more. Trickster Taka? Hey, that's some credits. More virtuals. There's the paperclip. So we have no arc lockdown. Just in time for the agenda, huh? At least we'll make it difficult. So now if they have their access, whenever they make a successful round on a server protected by ice, do 2 meat damage only for this turn. And we still have a border control into a Tithonium. They do have the paperclip though, so like we're one turn too late. If we got that one card sooner, we might have actually had the game. They have 3 clicks. Going for the border control. And when is this? Whenever the run makes it successful. So it's not even on approach, so it's only going to fire once. And bad publicity is like, it doesn't scale well at this point in the game. Where it might cost them less to run the server. Alright, we both gain 1. Ooh, more bad pub. 5 bad pub. Now they could just paperclip this. I don't think we can let the border. We have to let the border control go. If we dumped one card, I think it would have been a bit different. Paperclip coming down. Trashing the turtle. IP block would be a real threat, mind you. Surprise, because they did throw out their hunting grounds, but they do still have Citadel. Alright. We gained 2 credits because there was an installed AI with Bulwark. They can't do that on approach, so that should fire. Oh, what's that? When the runner encounters Bulwark, whenever you encounter a barrier. Oh, I guess so. Yeah, it's their turn, so I guess their on encounters happen first. Fire all unbroken. So they have to trash a program. I imagine they'll just trash yeah, Block Orchestra. It's the cheapest. We could always end the run here. Mind you, they do have 6 bad publicity or 5 bad publicity. So when they run this back, this costs 2 credits. This is, or sorry, this costs not a lot. 3, 6. This is another 7. It's probably worth us not, like, this is fine. We're gonna lose, but this is fine. Do we run snare? Yeah, we actually do have 2 snare. This would be cool as snare. They have to take 2 damage first. Did they take 2 damage? Yeah, it didn't tell us what damage they took. It's after the run? That's weird. ETR got boomerang out of the game? Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right. ETR would have stopped the boomerang. I didn't consider that. We still have it, though, for next run. Like, if they draw install the boomerang, it's fine. And it's cool at this point in the game, Hoshiko is a bit bad. Is it a 1 of Crackdown? So technically this is threatening a win. If it's, the problem here is if it's Rashida, they probably want to let it go because they'll pressure centrals. Yeah, one Crackdown. But we do have a snare in this remote, which would be quite sweet if he hit it with his face. True for the boomerang. Mind you, centrals are largely free. Nah, that's not true. Bulwark is good. Uh-oh. Where's it going? Oh, fuck yeah. Let's fucking go, boomerang. We're doing it. All right. We really need to draw another border control. Black Orchestra. Oh, actually, this gets a bit pricey. Another snare off the top would be pretty sweet. So they gain one, we gain one. 3 net. Not bad. Tag also kind of matters. They might leave it to Citadel. I don't know. Fire and broken subs. So we could end the run here. Just to keep the boomerang out of the game? No, it doesn't matter. Snare. Do you know what will kill them now? Contract Killer. Fucking Contract Killer would be lethal? No, they have Citadel. It wouldn't have been. But we have no recursion, so literally nothing matters. I guess. They can't. Oh, they was still fucking Citadel Sanctuary. Even if we didn't res this, we couldn't beat their trace, I don't think. But it might have been worth keeping the trace to trash this, because they can't score our last 5-3. And they're going to see 2 cards here. Kind of likely to lose. But even if they don't steal an agenda here, like, yeah, how do we win? Yeah, we just need a bit more teeth. Like, so much would be so much better if we just had, like, I don't know, Marcus Batty or any more consistent ways to win. Like, these don't do much for us when they have a good economy. Yeah, quite. That saves you entirely, though. But the thing with traps, like things with snares, though, and cards like this that we do want to jam so much, even like Elizabeth Mills is interesting because she can trash the Sanctuary, is having preemptive is very good because then they have to deal with it more than once. Like once they see 3 Contract Killers, it really changes what can be in the remote. Hey, cheers. Arc Lockdown over Helheim, that's also an option too. I can see that for sure. It would be a bit nicer if we played Consulting, but Arc Lockdown also has one more influence than this. Yeah, it's a strange deck. For what it's worth, the deck didn't play against anything red during the tournament. Oh, no way. Actually, I wanted to talk about this. So, yo, check this shit out. That was the New Zealand Nationals. There was a bunch of Nationals this weekend. French Nationals. No, that wasn't it. French Nationals was here, 17 players. And then there was the New Zealand Nationals. Let's search Nationals again. Oops. I don't know what the deck played against. +6 strength is pretty good. Yeah, I do think Helheim is a good card. It's like the closest we have to what's it called? Corporate Triple Shooter, which was a mean card. But I think the thing I wanted to highlight here is, yo, Montreal legitimately has, it's been for a while, but this weekend I think showed it. It's been a really good place to play Netrunner. We had a GNK on Saturday. And shout out to David. Normally, Roberto absolutely is killing it, running a lot of tournaments. And this is the second tournament that David ran. Did it on a weekend. We haven't had a GNK on a weekend or any event on a weekend in a minute. And we had 16 people show up for a GNK, which is absolutely fucking so cool. At a store that like runs Netrunner tournaments once a year because, well, it hasn't been organized there. But 2 things I want to say. First, shout out to everyone from Montreal. But if you have people in your region, and this is something that I don't know how much effort it is. I don't want to undermine people's values or their effort. But point being is if you can try and run organized play, it's probably a really cool thing to do. I think everyone's so appreciative of it. We had 16 people come out, which is great. I played CTM. I was actually the only one. I thought there would be more, and that didn't lose a game. And then I played 115 card max deck, which I decided at the last minute because that's classically really fun at GNKs, and it did pretty well. I put Gachapon in a max deck with 115 cards. Now, we haven't revisited big max deck in a while. And so I had to look at it. This is since the rotation, so it lost a couple cards. I think the big cards that this big max deck rotated, if you haven't seen this, it's kind of nutty how large the deck is because I also double sleeve my cards. But it lost a couple cards from rotation, so it was kind of interesting to see where it stood. And it lost Same Old Thing, which is kind of a really big deal, but it also lost Inject. So I thought I would kind of work on that by putting in Gachapon, which seemed good on paper. There's not a lot of virtuals in the deck, but then I realized immediately after playing Gachapon at least once or twice that it forces you to shuffle your deck, which you never want to do in any setting with that deck. You sometimes mulligan, but you don't mulligan, even if your hand is not the worst. Hard not to lose cards in a 100-card deck. There was a lot of Jinteki PE, and that was actually a really good matchup, but I did lose to a Jinteki deck because I took 3 brain damage because of Mushin, so that happens. Which were the deck? Just above the French on the list. Yeah, French Nationals was this weekend. I think there was a couple other Nationals that were this weekend, but like, yeah. Anyways, 16 people showing up to GNK is absolutely buck wild. If you can just excuse me for a second, I'm going to just visit the restroom. I'll be back in a second, but give me 2 minutes. Hey, what's up? Welcome back. The deck list didn't load, huh? Alright. We'll try it, I guess, in Chrome, but then I have to log in. Okay, we'll do it in Chrome. I don't know. For those who haven't tried a deck like this, like, it's a bit absurd to put together. It takes a minute. But I kind of like it a lot. I don't think it's obviously tier 1 competitive because there is like a lot of variance in it. The fact is, like, you at the end of the day, you just need some of your breakers and you don't have it. But I wanted to see what this deck did since rotation, and not that much has changed. We had a couple NR cards that were released, but not a lot of them actually. Oh, actually, this is the really cool one, and I wanted to try this card because I haven't played it in a while. I've seen people play these in more like conventional decks, and it looked good. Even in this deck, it was kind of difficult to play. And the problem with this deck is that it's not like other decks where if you lose a copy of a card, you know you might see it again if it's a 2 or 3 of in your deck. Like, there's some things that you're just like, if I throw this out, I might never have it. So moshing is a bit hard, but it feels really good to play it when you can. You choose the cards that you get damage to this. It's not just random damage. But not that much else has changed. I feel like I'm not playing Frantic Coding a lot, but Mystic Miami made this card, this deck a lot better. It has 43 events, and almost all of them cost money, I think, besides Career Fair and StimHack, which is really good. Same old thing makes... Maybe there's an argument to have less cutlery, but let me tell you, opening with District 99 is probably the best thing you can ever do. And I want to experiment with this card more out of faction if possible. This card with Boomerang I've seen being really cool. It's just a really strong card. There's not recursion like this in the whole game. What else has changed? Gachapon, which, no, it's just, I don't want to shuffle my deck. It's probably not worth it. And even these one-ofs that you maybe pull with District 99 at some point are pretty good. I like Bagat a fair bit. Also, Paladin Puemo is just a good card. I think on the side of the breakers, I changed one Mimic from Mordore. I took out Data Suckers, and then I put in Imps instead because I was worried a bit more about, what's it called? About acid spam and stuff like that. And this is just more an impactful card a lot of times than Data Sucker in the matchup. And I find this deck to be a lot of fun. And let's go try it. Update. I think we're now at like 112 cards. I don't know how. Yeah, 112 cards. That's actually pretty low. It's a bit bigger. Rumor mill is still restricted, right? New runner decks. The meta also that we had, I don't. It's a GNK, so I don't think people are playing like the most competitive stuff, but it was like pretty varied. It wasn't exactly the way that I thought it would be. I think we only have one Wayland deck and maybe only one criminal. A lot of it was Anarch. Or actually, no, one Shaper I think was the thing. But yeah, it was cool. It was pretty varied. We've seen a lot, and I think a lot of other people are playing at tournaments right now. They're playing what's it called? HB decks, Mirror Morph decks. You're seeing a lot of Glacier, some Jinja stuff, some like MCA Informant stuff. I think all that stuff is really compelling. I don't find it to be too exciting to play, as a like a lot of times it's just, you know, install MCA or whatever, but I think it's pretty good, and you need to be able to deal with it. It's really hard. Oh, I gotta ban a robot in chat. That's always fun. How do you do that? Block. Elusive Schemer. Cool. And this deck is also just fun to play on the basis that you have way more different openings than anything else. So this opening hand, what do we have here? We're playing against the outfit, so money is going to matter. Cards like Hard Hitting News, Thanks You to Punitive matter. Early Forks is not very good. Early Black Orchestra is okay, and DDoS has some value. We can probably do a bit better than this, but we can also do a lot worse than this. Maybe turn 1 Day Job is just good enough to that we can start interacting with them. It's also a lot easier to play on JNet because you don't have to shuffle it yourself. Spam bots? Yeah, right? So Advance hostile off the table. They're on 13 credits. We're on 1 bad pub. They're not doing anything. We're not doing anything. We have an opening Stargate. Very strong pressure. We'll just do Day Job here. Awkwardly, we're keeping the Orchestra in hand. We want to discard that. And a big thing to see as early as possible is a D99. Caddy Jones can be pretty good economy, but also one of the best things we can find is an early console. Maw is good in this matchup. Patchwork is good in this matchup. Also, we decided not to play Buffer Chip, which I think is very interesting, but like, it's probably too expensive, and cards on the bottom of our deck really don't matter. Oh, this is always really weird in the matchup. By the way, vaguely wondering, how do you guys organize the Meta Montreal? Is it just the FB group? There's a Facebook group. That's generally the easiest way to do it, where the event is posted. But we also have what's unfortunately a semi-private Netrunner Slack. If you want access, email mtlnetrunner@gmail.com. It used to be a private Slack, and we made it public, but it doesn't exactly work. And we do a lot of conversation in there, but oh, there's Patchwork. That's really good. Unfortunately, we can't get value out of it this turn. But that's largely where it happens. We can just draw. We can throw the Forked out anyways. Oh yeah, getting a Liberated down next turn with Patchwork seems good. This is probably Rashida. Find out. Yo, Tobo, what's up? Hey, how you doing? There you go. There's Rashida. They're off to the races. HQ pressure might be a bit good here. It's hard to play around this deck. They saw, like, generally they'll play. Oh, we have a paperclip. That's sweet. They'll play around what's in the bin. So now they need to double ice all their remotes, which is what they've done. But also Stargate seems less likely because we've seen one. All right. DDoS Hippo, kind of a nombo, but you take what you can get. We could. I don't know. That's an Atlas with a token. It's really scary. But we do have Stargate. Is this automated? Yes. I don't think we want this. Nice. The next turn we can throw the Forked out to get the Stargate down. Hopefully everything's good with you. It is. Yeah, things are all right. Is this the same deck? Are we playing against the exact same deck? What is this? I guess the hostile is good anyways. Oh, we have a Puemo? Okay, well, we're going to... That doesn't. We can interact now. They have 22 credits, but we should have enough. We have 2 bad publicity. Dedicated Ceremony, Mouseless, Border Control. This looks like the exact same deck. Dedication Ceremony means that we can't die to Ronin or any crazy shit like that. Mouseless is annoying to deal with. Border Control is not that bad. I think we'll actually trash the Mouseless here. It's a really annoying piece of ice. So there's Dedication into Border. We have to draw once so we don't die to Ronin. And we'll take a bit more money, I suppose. So they just drew a Dedication. Advance. It is the same deck. We might actually be rushed out by it. All right, so every turn they can do 2 damage to us. They have a border control on the top. We definitely want to get rid of that. This is good. That's click compression. We lost a Begot and a Moshing. We have access to all our breakers besides sentries. 3 Black Orchestras is pretty unlikely. So this can trash a border control. Border control, Trebuchet, Contract Killer. We can deal with the border control. We'll trash the Trebuchet. Contract Killer, good to know. Oh, we can get some click compression here by Deuce's Wilding. I don't think we want to throw cards away. They're trying to slow us down. Game 3. Ooh, D99 is really good. We'll play it. It's also a recursion card, which is pretty sweet. And it will fire if they take damage. We'll get tokens on this. Even getting an I've Had Worse back in our hand with D99 is really, really cool. The money doesn't matter if it's this deck. So we can actually just install it. We don't have to respect hard hitting or punitive. Let's see, they click to do 2. They can do that once a turn. That's quite okay. We get the free card draw. And now we lose. Oh, fuck. All right, well, we have not all our breakers. This is 6 damage. And we have to get to 2 ice. Yeah, we lose. Oh, man. Oh, man. I can't believe this. They showed it off. They fucking did it. So, like, having I've Had Worse consistently would make this so much easier. Stim hack consistently would be so much easier. So what can we get here? We have DDoS. So we don't have to get through 1 ice. Inside border control is kind of unlikely. We've seen 1 border control so far. So we need to get to like 8 cards. It's hard. Stim hack will probably kill us. So if we run this, we'll be at 6. Like, oh, if we had an I've Had Worse in the bin, we could throw out a program when we're running here. We have to run or we lose. We throw out a program while we're running here so we can add the I've Had Worse back to hand so we don't die to this. But we are legitimately, we don't have an imp either. We are 1 click short of this. We're 1 click short. We don't have anything here, do we? No, we could run. Oh, the problem with the D99, we need another click. We were actually 1 click short. Because we could do D99. Oh, we can't add deuces to hand because it's out of faction. That's a bummer. Yeah, I think we just lose. I think we draw for I've Had Worse run. Yeah, we don't have it. Good game. 7 cards isn't enough? No, because it's... Oh, 7 cards is enough. You're right. I did the math wrong. I think this is 6 damage. This is 5 damage plus this. Yeah, we're fine. So this is 5 damage. This is 2 damage. Yeah, we'll just run it. We might not have enough money, but that's a different problem. If they res Archer, we at least don't lose. So they can't res the outermost. Don't forget a DDoS. Yeah. Kinchin, what's up? Yeah, 7 is good. You're right. Bulwark. Okay. Yeah, I think we can do this. We're not gonna throw a card out. Cool. All right. And now District 99 will likely fire when they try and damage us. So we could get something back from this. Stall, advance. We're pretty sure that's the contract killer, right? I think we know it is, in fact. Knifed would be good here. So if it's contract killer, it's fine. It could be another broad daylight, which is honestly not that much of an issue. So they can do 2 damage plus 2 damage. So as long as we have enough cards in hand. Earthrise Hotel abstractly is pretty good. And all we really want to do is get an I've Had Worse in the bin and then just always keep it in our hand with District 99. We're gonna just draw more cards. Like, money doesn't matter too much. This is also really cool that it has 2 in the run, so it's a bit better against Quetzal. Cool, they're not winning. Likely Rashida. There we have an I've Had Worse. Okay, at this point we're pretty resilient. Scrubber has some value, but we can always just Stargate first. So it's Atlas, Lacosta Grid, or Hortum. So I think we trash the Hortum and then we just run Steely Atlas. Actually, we probably just trash everything over and over again. We have to watch out for snare. So unfortunately, they're gonna draw an unknown card here. Drawing here has a chance of I've had worse firing less likely. But this could be what? Ronin, advance, credit. No, it's impossible. But we could lose here. No, I don't think we can. I think we'll just take the liberated money. I think 4 cards in hand is enough. Stargate to keep pressure up? Yeah, for sure. I don't think I said high flip. So apparently not Rashida. Could also be a snare. I wouldn't be surprised if it's snare, but like there's very few things we have to run in the remote that are face down anymore. Like if they don't have an advancement counter on it, or there's not a Lacosta, like we don't have to, there's no pressure. Because it's either face up agendas and we have the 1 Atlas. I totally did the math wrong. I thought this was like, you know, that we would need 6 credits because it was 3 plus 3. It's 2 plus 3. Thinking, cool. And Ivan Worst is so good, right? It's so strong right here. There's a chance that this is a broad daylight and they're just like slow rolling it, but they still need another agenda after it. Okay. So if we can get in here, we win. So obviously we have to contest that. So what can we do? Wait, don't we just win? So this we need 6 credits. 6 cards, mind you. Thinking. So we have enough money for this no matter what. So I've had worse. We're gonna be on if they hit, mind you, if the broad daylight hit the I've had worse, like holy fuck. We got, that was a 50-50 that we lost. But we hit this, we're on 4 cards. No. We're on 5 cards. We need 6 to run this. I think that's enough. And it looks like that's a Lacosta. Yeah, we definitely hit this first. No, thank you. Okay. Now we can D99 for it again and hit it again, which is not amazing. But I think we just District 99 for DDoS and we're good. Can you break the outer ice? We don't know. So I think we can just D99 for DDoS. There's no surprises here, right? This is 3 advancements plus 2 meat damage. It's 5. Yeah, we'll win. I don't think this can end the run. So as long as we can force him not to res border control. So DDoS, install it. No thanks. And I think we have enough ice credits for this. We can always we only have to break 2 subroutines anyways. 9 seems like enough. I hope this is Helheim. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, you're totally right. Could be Helheim. Looks like we're lucky. No! Ah, shit. So how do we play against Helheim? Do we have enough money? It's 14 strength? No, we don't. We talked about the Helheim before. So what could we have done? Could we have femmed the ice? That doesn't matter. Trash is 1 program. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is there anything we could have done here? No, we can't stim hack. I guess that's game. Thing is, like, all the parts that this deck is doing aren't the parts that are winning them the game, I don't think. I guess that fires. How many credits is it? It's like 13? Yeah, I guess that fires. We could have Stargated? Yeah, for sure. I wasn't playing around Helheim. I was pretty sure it was Lacosta, but we saw 1 Lacosta, so it's as likely to be Lacosta as Helheim. I guess a bit more, because they put that in that last turn and didn't do anything. Yeah, whatever, Apathy. It's going okay. They just drew all the good cards. Yeah, they did get through their deck pretty aggressively. That was good. Hey, cheers, you too. Yeah. So, like, how do you... Dealing with Helheim, what's it called? Tithonium is actually pretty difficult. The subroutines firing, I guess, don't matter too much. Like, at that point, maybe Stargate wins. I don't know. Every game feels like a heart attack, just like the tournament. I believe it. Could have looked for a win with Stargate. Yeah, we definitely could have. If we knew it wasn't Helheim at that point. Another out that we have, and I didn't consider it, but another thing that we can do is Imp. We didn't draw the 2 Imps, but Imp is also like really important against cards. Oh, actually, no, this one's on Axis. You can't Imp it, can you? I don't know. Ah, but we got ourselves going, which is pretty good. Corp. Yeah, let's do another one. If we had run click 3, they might not be able to ditch all their cards as well. That's true, but I don't think we could have ran click 3, could we? Like, what did we do that turn? I think we did I've had worse into find DDoS, install DDoS, run. So if that was the case, maybe. But like, it's very unlikely that they had agendas in hand. Like, how many agendas were out of the game before? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So half their agendas, and they were less than halfway through their deck. So I don't know how likely it is. Ooh, Builder Nation. So if this is trying to grind us out, it's kind of difficult. You have 112 cards. Thanks, you too. Could be a kill deck for sure. I've had worse is something that we can't actually guarantee we'll have in our hand. And our opening economy is just Caddy at this time, which I don't know. At a turn, you could have Patchwork, Earthrise out, and stay on 2 cards with I've had worse. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, obviously Earthrise helps a lot, but like Earthrise wouldn't help there. The problem is we couldn't beat Helheim. Nothing else. Well, even if we had enough cards in hand, we couldn't have built Helheim. I guess we need to stim hack the server as well, which that agenda does help against. Having Paperclip against Wayland, Builder, and having Stargate against Builder is that's probably good enough. Hopefully we get like a Laundry or something. Grinder deck against 100 cards, yeah. I think only one of the cards was enough to keep Andre out. So click 3 and click 4 were both shutouts. Yeah, the only thing is like, I guess also if we don't Stargate last click, like you can't do anything if you Stargate last click. So the only option was if they had agendas in hand and they Helheim them and we run archives and it's enough for us to win, which basically not hostile. All right, cool. So Caddy seems okay now. Oh, talk about Caddy. Ooh, mining actually would have been pretty good. We'll draw into a money card. Not exactly the one we wanted. Paperclip into the bin. Money is going to matter usually in most Wayland matchups. This deck is pretty good at punitive, so I think we're just going to click for credit and throw out Paperclip. It's weak to Arc Lockdown, but I don't know what this deck is. No, you can't by any means, though. What's the text on by any means? Is it wildly different? For their main turn when you access a card. Okay. And imp is like while you're accessing, right? All right, they're advancing their ice. Definitely on that real big, strong econ card, but again, this shouldn't matter too much. Lost a turtle. Can be pretty good in this matchup. We also know this ice is advanceable ice, so it does very much limit the amount of ice that it could be. I think we'll just Deuces Wild for cards and credits. We'll draw first, see how it goes. Gain 3 credits. Oh, we got a Patchwork. Obviously the best. Let's see what we have on the Peddler. Wanton, Retrieval Run, Moshing. Can't play any of them. That's unfortunate. This is a card that we can trash to other abilities and effects. I don't think we have any. I guess you can let... I never realized with Puemo, you can let Puemo trash your console so you can do a different console. That's always pretty fun. We'll store Heat 3 here. If we install Patchwork, we don't get value from it. So I think we're just going to click for credit and throw out the second caddy and hope we're okay. But that's a pretty good console in this matchup. Ma is the other console we have. Turntable also good console. Definitely a good console. And if we can get a DDoS down, sorry, a District 99 down as soon as possible, just so that we can keep bouncing I've had worses into our hand, we're in a pretty good spot. And again, their damage deck might actually figure out how to make it. And it's also with Patchwork, like it's pretty easy to find DDoS. Oh, that's a pretty weak mass comms. It's just hedge fund. They probably have another one if they're doing that, or they're really desperate for economy. Ice Destruction is really strong in this matchup. Career Fair, I guess we can get the Fenris down. At this point, the options are basically Quetzal and Los, and I think Quetzal's a bit better against Wayland. Border Control you can deal with. We do have a Fracture, though. It lets you deal with Ankh also. Yo, chat, what do you do? Do we do Los or do we do Quetzal? One more reason why Puema was amazing. Yeah, like, we needed more reasons. We'll store the money for sure. Yeah, Puema or Quetzal. I don't know. But I definitely want to play that this turn. Can't Quetzal? Oh, fuck, you're right. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, we can't because it's Anarch. So you can't do Steve or Liza. Cabo is okay if you want to find your breakers. Haley's not particularly good smoke. Chaos, Armand. We're going to do Los for sure. That's free money. Yeah, it has to be out of faction. I'm so used to becoming Quetzal with DJ Fenris. I think I've done that a fair bit in the Sunny deck this week. I think we'll take a credit. Like, we have access to our Fractor. Might be good enough. We want to get the Stargate down before we lose it to damage. Can't do Quetzal, you're red. You can use Cabo and just click 4 times to find every breaker. They will be removed from the game, but a really cool thing with Cabo, yeah, you're right. You can pull the breaker, pay 1 credit less, put in the bin, pull the next one. Yeah, exactly. I think it's pretty good. With this deck, it's just not a thing you can do really in person because it's kind of fucking annoying to do that with such a big deck. And it looks like they're really struggling. A really good thing to do with this game is realize like 1 in every 5 cards is usually an agenda, and they haven't done that in a minute. Okay, we have double Stargate. We lost a retrieval run. We can dirty laundry this. I think our economy is good enough. This easily could be just a snare or just a desperate Rashida. Maybe they don't have ice. It's a contract killer. What the fuck is going on today? This is an urban renewal deck. I'm going to be a bit upset. I'm going to take the caddy money. We'll draw it once at least. I'm going to take the caddy money. And I guess we can just play this. Steve was good. And Isla too. I thought Isla's a bit boring, but Steve was... I see why Steve is broken. All right. Another card on the table. We have a cast. We can install for free. We can just go check this. I guess we could get a Stargate down first. Whatever. We don't have any publicity. It's a snare. Okay. So we called that. We kept 2 Stargates. It's good. Pay 0 to trash snare. You probably shouldn't. They can't do much with it. And as soon as you do that, you're weak to the home run. So if a snare is installed in a remote, I don't think you trash it. I'm going to remove the tag before we forget. We'll draw up. Can't install this console anymore because we have this one. This one's actually pretty strong. And they paid 4 for that. I think we came out on top. Like, what did they trash? Not very good stuff. And moshing. Hey. Mark, I'm out of the competitive loop. What decks are fun to play? Corp and Runner suggestion appreciated. Runner, Hoshiko, I think is a lot of fun. The economy is there, the breakers are there, and you have a lot of like cool triggers. DreamNet encourages you to run a lot. Flipping Hoshiko back and forth is a bit fiddly, and with your companions is a bit fiddly, but it's fun. Specifically once you start struggling to feed your companions, you really feel the Anarch flavor in it. On the Corp side, there's a lot that's like pretty good. Paulina Glacier with like cool tricks like Lacosta Grid, that stuff is really fun. HB decks are doing some really cool things too. The ones that run like wide remotes, like the deck that won Worlds. CTM is not fun for everyone, but very competitive. There's like a lot you can do, Mark. On the runner side, I think I'd recommend Hoshiko by far the most. Even just like good stuff 419 is fun. All right, there's the I've had worse we really wanted. And they did not overinstall. So what do? We can get that Stargate down. Our economy, we probably want to start hitting caddy again. I don't know what they're punishing us. That mining accident probably will go through. And the bad publicity should matter. We'll store 3 credits. I don't want to... I guess we could like run archives and play mining accident, but I'd rather just get the economy. So unfortunately, not much to install here. Adore doesn't have 3 virtuals. I want to keep this in hand. I think we throw the mod and get the Stargate down. And then start pressuring, but it's not amazing. Because then they have a turn to ice up. I never like doing this because they have a turn to ice up. But like they're doing nothing. I guess we're doing nothing. They also only have a 40 card deck. Fiddly shit is my jam. Geist was great fun. So I'll give Hoshika. Sounds good. It's Hoshiko. So Hoshiko. Yeah. She's cool. Steve Fenris and Steve Rebirth are both too nutty to be around. Yeah, I know. Oh my god. Also, they're not advancing this card. I don't know what the threat really is. The biggest threat on our side is we don't have all our breakers yet. But again, we're low, so like we kind of want them to res, and this ice doesn't have advancements on it. They're advancing this, so this looks like an Ankh or a Hortum or Mouseless. All those are pretty bad face checks. Give us a D99, please. Ooh, Mystic is good, though. Mystic is pretty good. If they score an Atlas here, like, how bad is it? I think the worst case is... fuck it, we'll check it. Worst case is Rashida, but I think they're already flooded. And we'll get 2 credits if they res. Oh, yeah, they're Kakago. This is a lot of influence, mind you. So, install Paperclip? No, thanks. We'll just take our 2 credits and jack out. Or, I guess, let the subroutines fire. I've had a lot of whiskey tonight. Excuse my vowels. Hey, it's all good. You're slurring your text. Had too much to drink. All right. So, it could be Rashida. It could be an Atlas. I don't think there's any other agendas that really work with Builder Nations. I guess the 4-2 that we've been seeing a lot tonight. Ooh, Hacktivist is cute here. We will play Hacktivist. It makes the Rashida a bit worse. Do we want to throw a card out here? Nah, I think we're fine. No, we're fine. Did we click caddy this turn? I don't think we did. That's a bummer. So I think their hand is mostly agendas. We'll face check next turn just to make sure the Los Valley goes a bit further. But if they want to res this, Yeah, it's a wall to wall. Wow, they lost a card for that. There's already 4 in archives. So that's free advancements. That's pretty strong. Ooh, and there, don't you love that Kakugo with advancement on it? Now, we definitely want to hippo this or knifed it. Again, District 99 would be huge to get that recursion. We could try drawing for it. Like, I'm not worried about it being milled out in this matchup, but we really have to do something. Ooh, mass comms, gain 6. All right. All right, let's force a res. Let's go. Install paperclip? Yeah, let's get an axis. We can throw a card out here. I don't think we're gonna mosh. And we'll continue. Time to mining accident archives. We lost our Adore. That's annoying. City Works project. Okay, so basically now we have to not get punitived. It's actually pretty hard for us to get punitived here because we do have I've had worse in hand. The more we draw, actually, it's more likely that we could die. That's kind of the unfortunate matter of it. If we have 3 cards in hand only, it's unless they have like neural into punitive, you'll be fine. But again, we know they're flooded. So what do we want to do here? I kind of want to play the mining accident, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere fast. We play for free. Yeah, we could probably just do that. I think we just take Caddy. We'll have enough money. They give us a bad publicity here. It's pretty good. Wall to wall. What year is this? Alan Parrish from Jumanji. Didn't play Netrunner for a couple of months. What does that have to do with Jumanji? All right, they got the bad pub, so it looks like they're trying to punitive us. So if we draw once, it's only a 75% chance that we die. We have enough money. I don't think they can double punitive us. Imp is also really good in the matchup because it hits those like cards. Mass comes are out, but it hits punies, stuff like that, and we'll just take all the credits. So we have 11 credits. They can't punitive us twice. An accelerated card draw wall to wall. I'm not doing a good job paying attention to which ones they're firing, so they gain the credit. They drew a card, so they can flood up. And they obviously advanced that ice wall, which is pretty meaningful. So I think we're just going to just drop the imp and go in. Again, imp is a good protection against punitive. If you're not prepared for the agenda steal, you can just throw it out. And Armitage is good enough money in this deck, I'll be honest. We also don't have to do anything right now. We could just sit back, but I think they do have a couple agendas in hand. And we break for relatively cheaply now that this is on the table. We'll draw once. Yeah, gamble's good. It's not necessary, but it's okay. Hey, we'll install this. We can, cards in hand are fine. We're at HQ. We'll take a damage here. Counter ice. How many credits? 2. Pass ice and continue. We lost the Armitage. It's fine. Successful run. It's a broad daylight. Wow. We keep seeing the same archetype. We'll definitely steal that. We're on game point now, so punitive doesn't really matter too much. We didn't get value out of imp. We probably want to just go again here. Actually, snare would be an issue. Maybe we don't do that. And we could play gamble for money, or we could probably just draw up. We'd be fine. They could purge. Purging is probably pretty okay. Now we'll draw. And we have this threat here, the Street Peddler. I don't know what they're playing around in the Street Peddler, but there's always a threat. And Bagad is also like a really good card now. But it's a 1 of in 65 4 cards, so who knows. The chance of hitting 3 events on this is actually pretty likely, but I still think it's worth it. Like, just imagine these events are in the bottom of your deck. Like, you don't see most of your deck, usually. Doesn't matter too much. We haven't seen any knives yet. We've seen 1 forked, no hippo. Again, if we just destroy this ice, like, we can kind of really go in on that. Oh, I think I cut a fem out of this deck for Deuce's Wild. I think we're now on 2 fem. We used to be 3 fem. I think that's actually a change we made. I don't know what this list is on. Yeah, now we're on 2 fem. Install. Okay. They added the wall-to-wall to HQ and now they're jamming this remote. That's probably acceptable. All right, Mystic Miami, we can play gamble for like good money. And I don't know what I'm still scared about stargating. I think we want a hippo just because if we break this ice, if it's an onk, we can't really hippo it, which is annoying. That's huge. That's huge. We'll just go in. So we're gonna take a damage here. Hit the Liberated. It's a good card. Urban Renewal. Yeah, hey. Not a surprise. I think we'll actually pay 3 for this. Keep that imp token around. Now going in back is pretty good here because this is only first time a turn. So now this is just like a 2 credit break. Actually, with bad publicity, it's only 1 credit. So it ensures that we can get good imp value. Dedication ceremony. Okay, we'll imp that. All right. Well, our money is not doing too much, and that could have been a Ronin, I guess. But again, keeping the I've had worse in hand is pretty good. We're really at the point where like a Stargate could win the game. They res an Urban Renewal, which we can definitely trash, and they milled another card. Running Archives is probably legitimate too. They do have more money than us for the first time in a while. But we have a couple turns to run this. As long as Stargate not using it once, so baller. Hey Jim, yeah, I know. We just needed to get it out of our hand before we lost it. Haven't lost the second one quite yet. Oh, that's good too. That's pretty okay. I think we can pay for this. So this is basically 3 credits and 2 damage. It's fine, especially with I've had worse in our hand. No, it's okay. Again, Ice Destruction. We did lose a Hippo. We lost him, hostile takeover. We'll take that. We're now very much on game point. Now we can run server 2. This will just be 1 net damage. And this on a remote is obviously not amazing. We got a District 99. They hit our I've had worse. I think we're actually going to pay the credits for this. How good's our economy? Not amazing. I don't think this deck is on hard hitting news, but we could be way wrong and could lose the game because of it. So I think we're just going to click for 1. I think we'll just take Caddy. It's not amazing. We get hard hitting news anyways, but at least we can clear most of the tags. At this point, like, a single Stargate could win. So even if they do go all in on us with the imp pressure, we might just get a card out of hand. We've seen a lot of cards and no like meat damage cards yet, besides obviously Broad Daylight, Urban Renewal, like no tag based cards. So it's not the end of the world. And D99, then we can just keep getting back over and over again. Whatever we throw at, I've had worse, stuff like that. It's really hard for them. It's also really cool with econ cards. Like, I think the only econ card in Anarch, an event that we can recur, is like Day Job, which is pretty good. 12 minutes and the Kakugo is at least a third of it. Yeah, a lot of times they'll run 3 Kakugo. And then like an Archive Memories or something if they're on punitive. I guess I have a bit more. Ooh, Argus Crackdown. Fine. I guess it's better than throwing it out. So this gives us a turn to sit back and do whatever the fuck we want. Amaku is not bad. We'll get that D99 down for sure. And we can throw a paperclip out. I don't know if it gets the counter. I don't think it does. Oh, shit. Mystic. 1 card from your grip at random. Oh, that's exciting, isn't it? We could have had worse. Just don't lose that at random, please. So we'll install that. Use this to throw out, I guess, the paperclip. We don't get the token. If we run, we take 2 more damage. No real reason to do that. I think we'll just caddy and take some money. We did lose, I think, 2 Liberates going for us. So I think we'll keep Miami around and we'll lose a card at random. Lost Namakua, which didn't give us a District 99 token. Why not? Yeah, no, this should get a token. Oh, it's the first time it programmed piece of hardware. Okay, so they counted the paperclip. Yeah, you already lost program. Yeah, for sure. I see that. Okay. If that was the case, we should have thrown out something else. Stall advance. That's a hostile. Gives us another bad publicity. Gives them a lot. Oh, actually, they're not. Well, they still have a lot of money, but doesn't clear the thing. And we do have a Hippo. And Hippo is the first time you break all subroutines, so we're actually not going to take the meat damage. That's pretty good. I think we're going to do that. Fortunately, this Mystic is going to be the end of us. Run HQ, continue to encounter ice. So now we break all the subs. We shouldn't take the damage. All right, and now it's open with Imp. Reconstruction contract. Yeah, I guess we'll Imp that. Our Econ's not that good. That's cool. It's a fast advance piece. Now, we could really play an event here. 1 turn too late. We'll trash a card at random. Hopefully not the iPad wears. And retrieval run. Card from grip. Fine. So now next turn we can play Day Job. We'll still have a Mystic problem. Maybe we draw something else. I don't want to play iPad Worse in this matchup. It's so much better if we fire it by running a Kakugo. And another imp would be sweet. Another ice. Okay. And that's the last mass comms. I don't know if they can punish the credits. Oh, we do have DDoS into Stargate to win the game. That seems probably a bit better than day jobbing this turn. We can also retrieval run. We could like DDoS, retrieval run a Fem. We can do some wild shit. Yeah, okay, let's do that. That seems more fun. DDoS. Do we install? No. Then we'll use the DDoS. I guess we can just Stargate first. It doesn't matter. So they can't res. And if this doesn't work, we can always just like retrieval run archives to get a Fem out on the HQ ice. Or sorry, the R&D ice. I guess this is the sentry. That doesn't normally happen. I guess that's a format carry. Okay. That was all right. I can only jack out. My approach server button isn't lit. Yeah, so I guess that's a reason in theory to retrieval run first so it can break format carry. That's fucking funny. You shouldn't be able to do that with DDoS? Well, oh yeah, it depends what it says. Because if format carry says res, then they can't. Oh yeah, they probably can't do that. When the runner encounters approaches, it's bugged on JNet. I don't think so. When the runner approaches the server, you actually, you can't do that because you couldn't res the format carry. Yeah, so this isn't working because you can't res the format carry because of the DDoS, because it was the outermost piece of ice. It was the outermost. That's wild, right? So when the runner approaches the server, you may res format carry. So the fact that the text on this card is active when the card isn't res doesn't make sense to me. But it was the outermost, so they can't do that. And it says if you do. So they couldn't do that part, so they couldn't do the second part. So the second part is conditional on the first part. Wow. Yeah, format carry is res then move. I think it was changed to an interrupt. Was it? I think the past tense is what made the difference, but NP. What past tense? When the runner approaches the server, you may res format carry. But you can't. If you do move it to the innermost server, the runner is now encountering it. I don't see it. Yeah, okay. We'll undo the click. Okay, so we'll Stargate again. So they shouldn't be able to do that. What does format carry do anyways? End the run unless it takes 2 net damage? Yeah, that wouldn't be great. Okay, well, we just win. It's not an interrupt on NRDB. Okay, yeah, you can't beats can, you can't res it. Okay, cool. Wow. There was a lot of agendas in there. I have no doubt they were flooded. Based on how they were playing early and not keeping around their mass comms, like, we definitely flooded. We could have checked archives for a while. So they lost a DRM, it looks like. I don't know what else they might have lost. I think they threw out a wall-to-wall. Yeah, wild. Yeah, I could see, like, obviously draw order for a lot of these things happen. Compact deck. Yeah, just 44. Well, it's mean and lean. So I guess we did see more influence, right? We did see snares. So imagine 3 Kakugo. So far we've seen 2. So 3, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10 on snare. Maybe this is 11, and maybe you have another DRM. So maybe it's 3 snare? 6 plus 9 is 12? No, so it's not. It's probably 2 snare, 2 DRM. And DRM's so good in this sort of deck. Ready for Worlds 2020. Oh man, so Worlds, there's gonna be so many cards between that and now, right? Like, I've heard that before, be like, hey, what can I prepare for Worlds with? And it's like, no, nobody knows who's gonna win Worlds. There's a big chance the deck doesn't exist yet. Man, the format carry DDoS interaction, that's pretty buck wild. Hey, cheers. All right, I think I got one more in me. I'm a bit more tired than normal. I feel a bit drained. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. Just jamming a literally big max deck, which just plays all the good cards. It's a bit goofy, but I think it's pretty consistent. Man, fucking Helheim servers, what a card. 14 strength end the run. There's not a lot of good counter tech to it. Like Fem, I think we didn't have enough cards or credits. And we still have to get DDoS down. Trebuchet would have been an issue, yeah. All the cards that were changed to be interrupts, have they been updated on here? So like if I search, what's it called? Harbinger. Yeah, okay. So I think they have been errated from CR14. I don't think, is there any way on Netrunner DB to search specifically changes from CR14? Is this considered card text if I search in the advanced tab? Excuse me. If we do text CR14, that's probably not card text. Wow, does that work? Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Yo, Jogging, what's up? I mean, it's 11 p.m. Yeah, I know. 7 Miami, what's the best thing you could do with it? I think the most expensive card in that deck in terms of events is Gamble. And imagine gaining 9 clicks. High stakes job? Yeah, so high stakes job is the most expensive event. But it's like Gamble, high stakes job. I was looking into this. It's wild. Oh no, there was a 6. Yeah, I think high stakes is the most expensive event. Oh, brute force hack, yeah. And then like bribery, stuff that has X in theory. I'm also like so surprised, and I need to spend more time kind of tinkering with criminal decks. But what's that one that says you can run a remote server? I don't even think it's only a remote server. And then if they res cards, they get de-resed. It has like a wave on it. That card seems like so fucking strong. It's like pseudo run amok. I've been shitting on run amok for a while. Run amok is a bit better than I think it is. Oh shit, what is that card? That card is like really good. And I think I only saw it played, like I think Tug, Asger was playing a bunch of those in that sort of like D-res deck. Leave no trace, thanks Z. And I think it's one of the things, there's always these list of like ideas that I want to do with deck building. And I think one of the cards that really excites me, which is wild because it's a stealth card, is Mantle. Just because Mantle says that you can use these credits for hardware. And so you can start doing cool things with Mantle where you can start doing more aggressive stuff with prognostic Q loop, which is kind of cute in as stuff like that. But also you can use those credits to do you're playing criminal, you can use those credits to de-res things. So we're talking about Rubicon Switch, and that again, I'm convinced that this card is incredibly oppressive and shouldn't exist in the game. It hasn't proved to be that over and over and over again. But I don't know, that's the idea with like Los, maybe Los, I don't know, and Rubicon Switch and Kiros McIntyre. Like you can at least, even if you force them not to de-res anything, but if you can de-res one ice a turn. Oh shit, that's hard. Mantle with Safecracker is fun. But it has to be stealth. Oh, it is stealth, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been on board with Safecracker. Like, you could obviously, the Mantle credits aren't your credits, but like, you can use them for something else. And Safecracker just feels like I could play Turning Wheel and probably have a similar effect, but I get it. Rubicon en passant? Yeah, that's more influence and more pieces, but shit. That criminal card that said force somebody to res or they trash it, that one rotated, unfortunately. That was a really cool card, and the art that they really did was new. Shit. Yeah, D-res, right? Can the runner spend 2 credits from stealth cards to access 2 additional cards from HQ? No. You can only do it once. This card is super flexible. The install cost is fine. Like, it's good, especially for a deck that runs hardware. And I don't think we've come to that point yet, but I was actually really worried more people would play ScapeNet. And then Turning Wheel would be a bit harder to do. But if this was a 1 influence card, I think that might be the case. 2 influence, you really kind of have to consider it. This card's fucking mean. Holy shit. People were splashing for Ice Analyzer and Los. I'm sure Mantle could work. Wait, has anyone? Oh, Ice Analyzer, yeah. Oh man, what was I looking at today? It's one of those cards that like on paper is good, but isn't. And I think it's only 1 influence. Oh, actually might be 2 influence. Shit. There's a Shaper Virtual that says the install cost of ice is increased by 1. Basically, is what it says. We can find it. Virtual. And like that's a card that in like those sort of I'm gonna deny your money decks. I want to do this. Is actually pretty good. It's just never worked. Helpful AI? No, not exactly. Network exchange. It's only 2 influence. Damn, I thought it was 1. Network exchange. Yes, ads. Yeah, this is kind of a cool card. Like it's not unique. I guess you could Gachapon this out, but that's so much influence from different factions to make that good. But like that's a cool card. Stock cost of each piece of ice. Yeah, Jason, yeah, totally. Has anybody ever played this? Patrick Lat. Man, there's so much influence. How many Patricks do you splash in Shaper if you're playing Patchwork Shaper? Approximate total cost 4, 6 credits of value depending on the card to credit ratio, 1 per non-innermost ice. It's cool. Oh, I was considering this in a Surfer deck. Because that's one of the it's not a very good counter to a Surfer deck, but it's a counter to a Surfer deck. It's like putting a lot of ice on a remote. And this kind of like soft ruins it. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, this is the part of the game where weird shit came out all the time. Mill, what's up? I can't stick around since I'm going to the release of Pullman Mystery Dungeon. But I saw you live and wanted to pop in and wish you well. Looking forward to watching the VOD. Hey, glad you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. What? I don't know what Pullman Mystery Dungeon is. I guess we'll Google that. Does Mystery Dungeon come out tonight? Oh, it's Pokemon. That makes so much more sense. I know what a Pokemon is. Oh shit, fuck yeah. I haven't played a Pokemon game in a while. Oh, hell yeah. Since, I don't know, what was the last one I played? Sapphire? Sorry, I was having fast. No, I should have guessed that. I thought there was, it sounded like a Dungeons and Dragons thing. Hey, thanks, you too. Opening hand. Not money. We're against somebody who cares about money, but we have District 99 and Stargate. I think we're going to keep this and just hope we draw money. I guess I'm Miami. That's money, right? I hope that's a good game. I know people are like so jazzed for Animal Crossing. That's a thing. I played Network Exchange and Kuza deck for a while. That was bad and unreliable, but super fun when got it going. Oh, fuck, do I believe you. Wow, 2 econ cards down. Looks like a strange push here, but we'll be largely okay with anything they do. I think we actually can afford to do like District 99 and then Mystic and then credit and then Day Job next turn. Yeah, it seems okay. This one isn't a proper Pokemon game. It's a roguelike dungeon crawler. That actually kind of sounds better. Is it still a JPRPG or is it a bit more like active? Pretty much put every stupid 2-cost card in Patrick Max value. All right, wall to wall, advanceable ice. Doesn't have to be advanceable. Icing up everything, that's okay. And obviously they're going to have a fair bit of transactions. I wonder, it's always interesting which ones they splash out of faction. We, in theory, could day job here. We get more value next turn if we do it. But I don't know what else we're doing this turn with only 3 credits, so. Boom, 12. It's turn-based. Okay, so it is JRPG-esque. Has anybody tried Temtem? Is that what it's called? Temtem? The like MMO off-brand thing? Can we face check? I think we can face check. We have enough money. We also can Fenris first for Los and then face check. This seems incredibly defensive. What could this be? Chrysium? Prysac? Armitage is good value. We just got our first token on the D99. I don't think we're forced to do much. Like, they're building up, but I guess so are we. Got Jet happy hunting. Yeah, hey, good luck out there with the Pokemon. Oh, it's Kayambe. That's fucking annoying. It's turn-based in the way the original Diablo was intended to be turn-based. Oh, shit, okay, cool. Like, Dungeons of Dreadmore. That's my reference. Oh, shit. This looks like a red Planet Couriers deck if I've ever seen one. Temtem's got things going for it. It's pretty cool. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, well, their money's not good. So maybe we can pressure. I think we'll get down Los and then we'll go. Do we have access to any breakers? No. So we'll run HQ. Getting this down early would be good. Oh yeah, Dreadmore's perfectly respectable. Yeah! That's like old Humble Bundle for me. Okay. I guess we can now contest this. This is gonna be Sandberg? Giles, you might be right. Oh, I hit that twice. I look like a dick. We do have Fem. Fem deals with that. And I think now we can usually run this. Oh, it's all you. Should I hit it a third time? Fire. You can fire those. Necromancer's untimed mode or whatever it was called. I actually never played. I'm not a big Diablo dude. Diablo. Anything that's like really loot based never really grabbed me. I feel like I'm playing the game so that in some ways it can get easier so I can play it less. Oh, they're back on 4 credits. That actually changes this a lot, but at least they'll be a bit poor if we run this. And this is probably a second Kayambe grid. Maybe we don't have enough clicks. But we could like Stargate remote. Necrodancer. Oh, Necrodancer's fucking sweet. Enquete. All right. You got it. So, game and credit, place a credit on advancement ice, and the run. We can't break any of these. We need to find a border control stat. Before I go, catch your answer on the VOD. How do you like the new Slay Spire character? Fucking love it. If they could update the Switch version, that'd be dope. But I think it's my favorite character by far. It's really, really good. All right, we don't have enough clicks left. We could draw for an answer. Seems important. We're getting rushed out. Ooh, Ma could be decent. Hate to blow this plan, but then again, Sandberg is gross. Can't be a Sandberg, right? Sandberg's an asset. RLC? Hey, 2 influence. That's a transaction. So it's free. Yeah, the new character is really fun. I played it in beta and I wasn't sold on it. I never felt like I had that much control. It felt really swingy, but now it's also like so cool because there's so many like discrete mechanics that work together, I think, really elegantly. Paperclip? No paperclip. We do have a Bork, and Blork is good. I think we could go HQ with the Blorch. Is this a Maw game? Could it be a Maw game? I've almost but not quite whittled my way down to a 3-card deck with me Slay Spire. I think there's an achievement for that or something near that, and I've not got that close. Ooh, an event this turn would be good. Peddler, Turning Wheel, Begot, and Paperclip. Hey, in the money, my friends. Mystic's gonna be an issue, but in the money, technically money. So this is something we could get through. It's pretty difficult. This is probably a bit better to get through. I don't know. This is a grind of it to get. Like, they just put up, if we can't trash their stuff, like, eventually it's just like make money around the remote. I feel like this is gonna be a long game. Not that stoked for it. I don't know. I guess we're risking hard hitting news, but not really. I don't know if HQ is gonna be easy to get into. Okay, that's fine. At least their money is not good. Double flash deck? What's that mean? All right. Card from Grip. Fine. Don't have to play it. We always can pull it back if we need to in a panic. But this is a good one for Fem. There's 3 more advanced tokens on the ice, has plus strength. Death and taxes. Okay. It's actually, we don't have that many currents. Ooh. Do we actually install Corroder? That's a lot of strength. For competitive Anarch, what's your advice on whether to use Street Peddler, Gachapon, or something else? It depends on your deck, John. If your deck has a lot of events, Peddler's bad. If your deck doesn't have a lot of virtuals, Gachapon's not particularly good. If your deck has a lot of one-ofs, Gachapon also can be a bit rough because sometimes you're forced to remove things from the game. That's largely it. For what it's worth, Gachapon is less weak to... It's less good for like doing cool things during a run because you don't know if it'll always happen. Street Peddler is also way better with cards like Stim Hack. So like if you're playing Maw and you want to cheat it out, sometimes like Peddler with Maw, it's a bit more consistent. Same with Val too. It's a bit more consistent because you can run and get more of your bad pub. A lot of times with Gachapon, you just be like, oh, I hope this works. Want to know 3 cards you want to put in purple. Okay, so we gotta figure out what to do here. I don't mind dropping the Stargate and just going. This Mystic is gonna be a fucking piece of shit. I just hate whiffing on those. Yeah, the thing is, like, don't put a peddler in a deck that runs mostly events. Enquete. Wait, do we not have a paperclip? Oh, it's here. Hold on. Yeah, whatever. Their money's not good either. Blockchain. Border control, death, and taxes. Border control is obviously a bit of a better card. Blockchain's actually not very good, right? Yeah, we break it for 3 credits. Oh no, actually way more. Okay, I'll respect the blockchain. Fucking Mystic, huh? We got our lowest money. Card from Grip? Damn it, that was actually a really good card. Scarcity does nothing to gotcha. Yeah, it's also a big difference. Scarcity is a lot better against Street Pattern. I think Scarcity is pretty sweet right now. Oh, we also should respect this card. Installs a card, it trashes an installed card. It has to be an installed card. That's actually really good to know. So Max isn't going to give him value. Oh, this isn't scrolling. All right, they've advanced that a fair bit. We have an MK Ultra. Please just play an event. We don't have any events. I think we're going to trash Mystic. It's too much of a liability. And getting Caddy down in this matchup seems pretty good. But I'm pretty sure they're just going to Red Planet Couriers us. They're probably on government takeover or some shit. Fuck off, Mystic. Nice try. Violet Lotus only gives 1 energy, though. Oh, this is Slay the Spire, of course. I guess we just turtle. We have money. They have a lot of money. Yeah, the mass comms. Wee. Oh, that's a good card. We have access to all our breakers, so now all that matters is how much money we have. And they do have a border control. As a Haley player, please refrain from minding people to play Scarcity. I know. It's so fucked how weird currents are right now. They're so strange. Alright, so that's where they put their, what's it called? Their, you know the one. Their, we just said the name of it, Sandberg. That's where the Sandberg goes. Wait, what is this? They also have BioVault? Oh, fuck me. Alright, now their money doesn't matter. This doesn't actually do anything. We have Fem to run the remote. Nothing matters. This is how we'll win. I wanted a fast game. It's good when you put the combo together, but actually playing it can get hella tedious. Eruption plus energy. We have no way to deal with Sandberg besides like hard casting Fem. Luckily none of their ice has bad face checks. Like we could just smash the Hortum a bunch. They could be on punitive. I think they're just gonna be on Red Planet Government. And this has to be obviously like the end of the run. Yeah, BioVault. And they're rezzing it. I think that's right. I guess day job. I don't know. Eventually we mill out. So this will add what? Sandberg will add how much strength? If they have to be over 10 credits and then it's 1 for every 5. Okay. So this is going to add 8 strength. Plus border control, plus BioVault. Alright, chat. I guess we have to just trash everything. Like, this doesn't incentivize us to do anything. It's an issue. At least they're gonna mill it. But the thing is, like, they're not gonna, like, it looks like they're at the end of their deck, but the reality is they're just going to Red Planet Couriers out of government takeover, right? Something on server 2? And preemptive. All right. So what goes back? Mass comms? Archived? Archive means probably punitive. We have no way to dodge a punitive. I guess actually we do. We have hard hitting. We have IFEDWARES. The problem is we're gonna mill out. Oh, double fem. Whoa, double fem can actually win us the game. The chance of us drawing double fem is like super, super low. That's fucking dope. Wow. Okay, that's cool. I still don't know how we win. I guess we double fem the Sandberg, but I imagine this is a bio vault. I don't have good answers here. Well, Scrubber is honestly worth something. Kayambe Sandberg. And Biovault with Sandberg also with Kayambe is a bit silly, right? Because you pay this 4 or the 6 or whatever. Looks like they're jamming. Fine. I think they're just digging now, right, for the government takeover. $87 credits. What is this? I guess we run it. Sandberg. Okay, no surprises. Lady Liberty? Embolus. We have to run now or it's a fucking parody. Okay. Well, this is the play. Feels good, yo. We have to trash it. Server 1. I don't know how many preemptives they have, but maybe if we trash all of this. They have the tech against Fem. I shouldn't be surprised. That's hilarious. Pay 0 credits to bypass Masingo? No. No. That's not how that works. I guess we'll pay 6. We actually don't have enough money for this. They're not biovaulting us? Of course they are. Okay, they did too late. Okay, so basically, so we're weak to C-Source. This is 6, 7, 8, and then we have to trash this. I guess I get another piece of ice on here. I don't know. 21 strength Occad? Yeah, we break it for 2. Cool. I think we concede. Like, we were really lucky we got both fems, but like, what could we possibly do here? Oh, we could DDoS. Maybe we could DDoS this. I think maybe you should have femmed the Sandberg. They have multiple Sandbergs. The thing is, like, if we trash this, that's their win condition, I guess. And Fem's still good. So we gotta think here. We can always pull the DDoS. We have a DDoS in the bin, right? Yeah. Install the DDoS. Run. And we have to do 6, 7, 8, 9 twice. 6, 7, 8. So 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We're short a credit. Only 10 cards left though. Yeah, but they'll score like 3-pointer into Vanity. They can just jam it anyways. Like I don't know why they're doing Lady Liberty. I guess it forces us to interact with them. But we can always just do DDoS Fem. Yeah, fuck it, we're gonna do it. We're just trash the Lady. Fuck. Scrubber, man. So install run. Yeah, I guess so. It's really rough. If we had a stim hack, it would have been huge. But we can't get a stim hack because they can just embolish us. Cool. Why are they not just like red plan couriersing us? Like they could have won by now. Sweet. So we have to go again. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, 4, 5, 6. So 6 plus 8. Yeah, we just 1 credit short of the Embolus. That sucks. But we have to do it. Like they should just jam their agenda. Maybe they'll mill out, but I really doubt it. They only need to score 2 agendas. Rumor Mill is good against this deck. We don't have it. It's a restricted card. What could they do here? Okay. Yeah, we're 1 fucking credit short. Such a shame. Cool. 10 cards. And they do install advance. So 9 cards, score. Yeah, wow. Man, Rumor Mill would eat this deck. Yeah, they just do install advance here. I don't know why they're not doing that. They can't have another Lady Liberty. What is this? Oh, the preemptive thing. Okay, we're gonna concede. Make a game. Yeah, they probably have 2 or 3 preemptive. Yeah, we have no chance. That's rough. I don't know if this is this a good deck? Like we did have early aggression, but like a thing about our deck is we can't consistently put off early aggression. I think other decks can do more as much as we get free card draw. So like, what is this weak to? This is weak to Boomerang. This is pretty hard to deal with. 19 strength, 7 subs. And like, I don't know, like we even pressured them early and they actually rezzed all their stuff and they went to low credits and like we couldn't really capitalize on it. I'm assuming that they're on like Vanity or something. They actually might even be on Government Takeover and all they want to do is hold it in HQ. So maybe just getting enough money and doing like an inside job or like a sneak door beta or like a rebirth into Omar will do it, but I don't know what happens. The thing is like I just don't understand why they're not jamming. Like they have Embolus. They could have just jammed the agendas. So this is so strange. Like what's the fewest amount of agendas they could possibly have in their deck? So Government is 6. Then Vanity 79, 10, Vanity 11, 12, 13, 14, Vanity 15, 16, 17, 18. About 5 agendas. I think they're just trying to show something off at this point, but they could have definitely been just jamming. I also don't know if this card's necessary. Like their money was fine with this. This probably made a lot of money, but I think a big part of that is that there are no agendas. What could we possibly draw on that would be better in this deck? Knifing this would have been sweet, but we'd have to wait for them to Embolus. But if we knife this, I think we had a chance, but then the Fem would be pretty bad. Oh, they left. All right. That's all for this week, for tonight. We'll be back next week. Pat will be here. And thanks to everyone we played games against. Thanks to everyone in chat. Hopefully, I think there's events this weekend. I think there's some big events this weekend. By the way, if you don't play organized Netrunner, you probably should do it. Oh, BCom is this weekend. Fuck yeah, BCom's gonna be a really big thing from my understanding. If you're in Barcelona, a lot of people registering, so do check that out if you can. But yeah, if you don't go to organized play, like a lot of it isn't super competitive. A lot of it's just like meet people, enjoy this game. It's really cool stuff. Thanks for streaming. Hey, Mark. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you like it. We have a GNK in Toronto and Store Champs next week. Your Store Champs is next week? Oh fuck. We have one at the end of this month, and then I think there's another one gonna be scheduled a bit later, and I think Ottawa has one in between those two. Yo, good luck, Terrence and Store Champs. Sorry, GNK this weekend. Next week, Store Champs. Yeah, right? Yeah. I didn't know what the Toronto one was. Okay, cool. Thanks to everyone we played. Everyone is hanging out in chat if you're watching the VOD. Take care.